paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. Gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet. We'll keep fighting till we win.
We almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks. Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
What's up, boys? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited to see you. So excited after that shit show of a Log Cow podcast. Woo! I think Boogie's just scorching earth, man. And I do have to say, I got to give a disclaimer before we start. It's a little lame that Boogie did not really get fired. You know, like Keem said, he fired him and had a whole show about firing him, and then he just came on immediately after that as the special guest. Look, I get it. If I had 20,000 concurrent, I would probably do the same shit, but come on, there's got to be a line. But that being said, I was done talking about it. I was going to talk about, what is it? Kris Tyson shockingly being found out as into children. Can't believe that. Who saw that coming? No one at all, but it's fine. But that being said, we're going to have so much fun going over this because Boogie goes absolutely ballistic like 5 times in this stream, threatens to kill himself about 8 times in the stream, and then just pulls the plug at the very end. Apparently somebody turned off the breaker in his house. Apparently also, the entire point of the show is it looks like, and this hasn't been overtly confirmed like the cancer thing, but it's starting to paint a picture. It looks like that Boogie possibly was lying about all of his childhood trauma as well. It looks like Boogie was the kind of person that unfortunately loves to sympathy farm. And it worked really, really, really well at the beginning of his career. And the reason I say that is because YouTube was very new. We didn't understand that there was these types of people that sympathy dump and trauma dump and sympathy farm. We're used to it now because the age of social media is so normal. Like, we always hear this shit. But when Boogie first started, we didn't know that there was people out there that sympathy farmed and trauma dumped to get attention. And it worked for Boogie, and all of a sudden, all of it slowly starting to come out that he might have made everything up just for clout, and it worked. Unfortunately, it's backfiring hard as ever living damn. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to go through at a sped up tempo, everything, give the commentary over it, and then we'll talk about Kris Tyson being found out. I kind of wanted to wait on the Kris Tyson thing because not all the evidence is there yet. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going on. There are a lot of really disturbing screenshots. And also, look, I know a lot of you probably like Lolicon because you're fucking weird. I get it. Like, I get the defense I get it, but I just think it's a very overt telling sign. I can't not do that. Okay. I'm not going to walk down a bad neighborhood road when I know it's a bad neighborhood road. Okay. I'm not going to walk down Tuscaloosa Avenue because I'm going to get stabbed if I do. Oh, you don't know that for sure. And that might not be entirely true. Look, I'm just going to not walk down the road. And I feel the same way about Lolicon. Look, come on. Like, I think it's kind of telling on yourself a little bit. Just a little. Come on. There's no way anybody could ever misconstrue these two things. All right, let's get into it. By the way, petite is not a crime. Squall Shade, don't do this to me right now. Oh, she's just petite. She doesn't have the body of a 6-year-old. She's just petite. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just little. You know, like most petite women that look like 6-year-olds. Fucking with me. All right, boys. Billy Hatcher with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. All your super chats tonight are going to a really, really special cause. Thank you so much, Boogie. Billy, I love you. That is 1/10 of the way to Naked Snake for the 329th show in a row. We still have the streak going. Billy Hatcher says, I'm not surprised Boogie didn't get fired. I knew he wasn't. And I'm also not surprised that Boogie lied about his child abuse stories at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if Boogie turns out to be a pedo and Boogie was never Minecraft. So, yeah. Well, the issue is in my humble opinion, I believe Boogie pulls the whole I'm going to off myself thing as another narcissistic trait for attention. He loves himself too much to do anything like that. That's insane. Why do you think he can't lose weight? Why can Boogie not lose weight no matter what? Boogie can get surgeries that are meant for you to lose weight and he still can't lose the weight. You could cut his stomach off and he would still stay fat. It doesn't make sense, right? And it's because he has no self-control. He loves himself too much. You're not going to kill yourself when you're like that. Sorry. Yes, Molly Alexis, I did watch it. And we're going to watch it together. Just in case you missed it. Thank you, Billy. I love you. Rob says, I feel like my life might be better not knowing what lolicon is. Oh, well, look, if I explain it to you in my layman terms, people are going to be mad in the chat because a lot of people they really like to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's lolicon is basically an affinity for characters that resemble children in anime and hentai situations. That's what lolicon is. Look. Yes, it's not that black and white, but I would just say you don't like lolicon. just say it. Just pretend. Please lie. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what feminism means, technically, but no one calls himself a feminist anymore because they know what it really means now. Thank you, Holy Ozone. We love you. Appreciate you. Shit, did I win? IMK Productions? No. I don't have $28 million to throw out a race car to win. Speaks accidental truth. Yeah, okay. Anyways, look, I get it. All right. Anyways, so let's get into it. Thank you guys so much. Holy Ozone. Me puppet, 47 months, dude. Damn. See, okay, look, Squall Shade is on the other side of this conversation. Let's squash it real quick, Squall Shade. Squall Shader is saying lolicon is characters that are fictional, obviously. That's the number one thing. And they have small bodies. I get it. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that the characters that have the small bodies have like 6-year-old voices and 6-year-old bodies. I'm sure it has nothing to do with that in the slightest at all. So I'll just take your word for it. I'm just not going to watch it. Thank you, Squash. I love you. Why are you so sexually attracted to this thing? It's like, no, it's just a small thing with a small voice. So what are you saying? What are you saying, Squall Shade? No, I'm not fucking with. I get it, Squall Shade. Look, I'm trying to voice that I understand what people say when they're like saying there's a difference, blah blah blah. But to like, I'm not interested in it anyway. So fuck it, RZ the Legend says, I'm genuinely curious what the real reactions would be if Boogie actually died. Not simping for him or wishing him ill, but it's an interesting thought for me. Thank you, RZ the Legend. I think that would be terrible. My want is to see Boogie quit the internet for about a year, lose 150 pounds, start doing TikToks maybe, or I don't like TikTok. I don't use TikTok, but maybe Reels, Instagram Reels, what his weight loss journey, really push forward in that, go as hard as he can, and then come back to the internet a better person. Look, I fucked up. I'm a dumbass. I had to really look in the mirror and understand my narcissistic traits really got me in a bad way. But I'm going to do everything I can going forward to entertain you and help you. The damage is done to his body. He could get shredded tomorrow. He'll still be dead in 5 years. Doesn't matter. But that's the way back, I think. But if he just keeps the stuff in his fucking face and not doing anything, then nothing's going to change. The only way you can legitimately change as a person is changing your appearance in effort. If you're not using the effort, then you're not, I don't believe you're changing, right? GZF, by the way. $100 super chat. Turned 34. Welcome to the club, my friend. I am also 34. Damn, dude. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Is this my cars? I will post a picture of your guys' names on the cars from IRP. My team has a picture of it. I do not, and I've been asking for it. So everybody's names on the car for IRP. You'll still be on there for the next race too, at Salem in Indiana. Don't miss it. Saturday night is a night race at Salem, Indiana on Fox Sports 1. Don't miss it. I'll talk about that just for a second. Thank you, GZF. You're on the car. You're on the car. Every $100 super chat goes on my car. Thank you so much. And there you go, boys. We are farmers. 60 away from halfway. Thank you, Jeezy. I love you. Appreciate you so much. So that being said, real quick, we raced at Indianapolis Raceway Park Friday. We started dead last. I started 31st. 31st. We had an unapproved adjustment. Our sway bar broke, so we had to fix that barely in the nick of time. Started last. Made my way over 200 laps up to 14th. It was probably the hardest I've ever driven in a race car. It was the funnest probably I've ever had. Charlotte was pretty fun, but we were four wide at some points. It was awesome. And the TV got none of it. The TV got none of it. I can't believe it. But anyways, we had a lot of fun. We finished 14th. That is insane considering it was the biggest field in 10 years in an ARCA race. 10 years. We finished 14th. We almost got a top 10 in the biggest fielded race in ARCA in 10 years. It was awesome. And that being said, since we got 14th, we moved up incredibly high in the points because a lot of people finished behind us. So I got a lot of points. So lo and behold, I am now officially 10th in points in ARCA. Thank you so much. Awesome. Top 10. I'll get invited to the banquet. We'll get to go to a big giant banquet and go on vacation. Get a big ass trophy. And I'm not done yet. We got 9 races left, I think. So we're gonna get to 8th or 7th in points. That's the goal. So thank you guys so much. Pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. Anyways, thank you, Soreno Guardias Hyperfutalali. Thank you. And thank you again, Jeezy, for your red boy. We are one orange boy from a rainbow knot already. So let's jump right into the boogie drama. Do I have it over here? I don't. All right. Let me pull it up. Boogie, boogie, you lied. You fat motherfucker. That song is so good. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Oh, all right. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Forewarning, Boogie goes absolutely insane on this show. Screams, freaks the hell out. We're going to get into that. My nose is still a little runny, so I'm trying to survive. Cody, would you do another Cyberfrog car? Yeah, of course. I would love to do a Cyberfrog car all year. It's just really expensive, man. People keep saying, "Oh, when are you going to bring the Cyberfrog car back?" Or please do another Cyberfrog race. It just doesn't work like that. That would be great, but you know, it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, it'd be cool as fuck though. I would be all about it. All right, here we go. Let's pull it up, boys. Let's do it. Let's do it, boys. All right, here we go. Here's the boog. Boogie, boogie, boogie. I want a diecast car, Cody. The Lionel Racing, the company that makes all the NASCAR diecast, has agreed to do the Timcast car. We need 500 pre-orders to make it go to production. I will let you know. I'll let you know when it launches. So I'm pretty sure Tim in 2 seconds will get it, but we're going to push it on the show as well. Michael Nyer, dude, it was so good meeting you, man. Bro, killed it. Great job. Great meeting you. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. Dude, yeah. I was riding around my golf cart, like in the middle of the crowd, and I found Michael Nary. Michael Nary. And dude, it was so much fun. Thank you. Thank you for your orange boy. It's a rainbow night. Woo-hoo! It was nice to meet you and your girl. I had a lot of fun, dude. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop and talk to me. Thank you, Michael. Gotcha, son. 2 for the Goomba, big sexy. 10th in points. Get it. And we're not done. We're not done, boys. We're going to try to get to 8th or 7th in points. And 5th in the East. That's the goal. So, to my shock, King continues to milk Boogie's fat titties. Yeah, dude, that's for damn sure. I mean, I might do the same thing for 20K concurrent, man. 20K concurrent is like top 5 of all YouTube. You know, it's a big deal. Let's start, boys. Let's start the Boogie stream. Let me know if you guys can hear it in the chat. Hey, Jen, how you doing, baby? Jenny, hope you're doing well.
No, and then he got on this.
Boogie's here.
Then he got on the phone with Grim and like threatened to go live on the channel, and because I basically told Boogie, and Boogie can back this up, hopefully, that okay, you're not coming on the show, and then your demeanor changed as soon as I told you weren't coming on the show, and then you stopped acting crazy. You were normal then.
I don't remember it either. I remember you telling me I had to go take a shower.
I love how Boogie's defense is. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Look, dude, if Boogie actually felt any kind of way, like honestly, he wouldn't be on this show. He'd be like, no, I'm not coming on. But he keeps coming on because he cannot say no to the attention. It does not matter if it's negative. He cannot say no to it. It's the number one narcissistic thing that you'll notice from people that have extreme narcissism. And I feel like everybody has it to a degree, right? It's like it's a spectrum, you know. But he's a 10 out of 10. He's a level 80 tier 7 fucking narcissist. And even when the attention is negativity, he's all about it. You know what I'm saying?
So I remember taking a shower with my pants on. I remember that.
That was the last thing I did because you kept saying, "Oh, I haven't taken a shower for 3 days, and I smell, and all I'm doing is playing video games." And I'm like,
I did have to go pick up Desi at one point, so I went and did that. Yeah, sure.
Dude, imagine Boogie not taking a shower for 3 days. Imagine the smell. Look, dude, I have been there. I have not taken a shower for 3 days many a times in my life. But I also have this really weird condition where I don't perspirate at all. It's very strange. I got really lucky with that. That's why my hands look like old people hands. That's because they do not. I don't have to change the guitar strings for like a year because they don't rust. It's really cool. But for Boogie, no. And you know Boogie sweats. I can see it in his face. And God, I don't know if you guys know this. Look, this is probably getting a little bit too into it. But fat people smell a certain way. And I'm not talking about somebody that's overweight, like 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 80 pounds. But somebody that's like 250 pounds overweight, they have a smell. And it smells like rotten fruit, like rotting fruit. Like you should see like gnats, not gnats, little fruit flies flying around everywhere. That's what it smells like. When you open your fridge and there's like a rotten fruit and there's fruit flies everywhere, that's what it smells like. So, anyways, I do digress.
Her mom had surgery over the weekend, so I took her down there to be with her. I was supposed to go, but I just am not in a...
Boogie, perk the fuck up. Why are you over here all somber and sad and shit?
I'm kind of numb.
Why are you numb? Why are you numb?
Because it's better than being a crazy person.
Why are you being a crazy person for?
You notice how it's always like I am affected by this, right? You notice how like everything that happens is I am affected by this. I am sad. I am numb. I am crazy. I am affected by this. None of the people that he has affected negatively, like people that actually have cancer that are struggling through it. You know what I'm saying? It's always how this affects me, himself. How is this affecting me? Not anybody else. And that's another trait from narcissism. The first thing you think of is how is this affecting me?
What's the point? What has you to the point where you feel like you need to be a crazy person?
I don't know. What's the point of anything?
I don't know either. That's the point why I'm asking you. Because from what I've seen here, other than shit of your own doing, you're winning the internet right now. It might not feel like it. It might feel like you're drowning, but nobody's actually hurt you in any form other than yourself.
Yeah.
Your name has so much value to it right now. Even the people that did the fatty coin are coming back to you wanting to offer you more money because they know your name has value.
It's pretty negative value, it feels like, but
negative value don't mean shit.
Yeah,
Ric Flair had negative value.
Why are you manipulating me though? What that suicide bait thing you did to me yesterday was so fucked, Boogie.
I was genuinely suicidal. I don't know what to tell you.
No, you weren't.
I was genuinely suicidal, except I never act on it. Right? You ever notice this? People that overtly express how suicidal they are, for some reason are like 50 or 60 and they've never done it. I'm just so suicidal right now. You ever notice that the people that commit suicide never talk about how suicidal they are? Why? We're back to narcissism again. Narcissism. Me. I am suicidal. You should feel bad and sympathy for me because I am suicidal. If you don't start giving me positive reinforcement right now, well, I don't know what I will do. You might have to call the police because I am suicidal, right? It's such a gross trait. I hate it, man. I absolutely hate it. That's the thing, though, man. That's the thing. Like, yeah, that's why you had to call the police because I was so suicidal. You know, like when you're suicidal, like you don't just come back the next day and like, yeah, I was suicidal yesterday. I'm fine now. What? What? This makes no sense. Billy says Cody should be on the show. That would make it crazier, and Boogie might not like seeing Cody. Well, I will say Boogie and I have known each other for a long time, and I've been on shows with him. He's been on my show a couple times. I wouldn't be like an asshole to him, but I'll be like, what the hell is this about? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Boogie would be fine. I mean, he's not going to hate me more than he hates me at Mudahar. Thank you, Billy. I love you. Justin Gonzalez says, enjoy your racing content. My dream is to race IMSA or GT3 endurance. I would kill for that in my career. Your motivation for that. Dude, I never thought it would ever happen in my life. Which means there's no reason to think it won't in yours. Just push towards it. Start small. Get you a Miata and start doing some club racing stuff. Get your feet wet. Start meeting people in these club racings. A lot of them will have ties to IMSA or GT3 or something like that. Start climbing through the ranks. Just make sure you start, when you make a name for yourself, make sure you're able to sell yourself on sponsorship or you'll never be able to do it. Sponsorship means everything.
And you put me in a horrible, horrible spot. I had to call the fucking cops on you.
I know.
Do you know the position you put me in?
I talked to the cops for over an hour. They were desperate for me to go in, and I just wouldn't go because they understood that I'm genuinely suicidal, even if you don't, and that's fine.
You weren't, because the minute I tried to say that you couldn't come on the show, then your demeanor completely changed.
I'm genuinely suicidal. Why are you here then? If you've been genuinely, like, possibly suicidal for like the last 40 years, how are you 50 years old? And how are you still talking about it? The number one rule is people that brag about being suicidal, almost to where it seems like bragging, are not the people that end up doing anything. The people that end up doing something don't ever talk about that kind of thing. They're always joking and laughing and making people smile. They don't just talk about how suicidal they are every day. You know?
You were literally just trying to control the conversation so we didn't talk about your abuse. That's all you were trying to do. You were trying to manipulate me.
Okay.
What's up, Auburn Designs? How you doing? Hey, Dan Vask, my boy, my beautiful boy. I'm trying to get on your level, man. I'm going to start a cut diet. I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to flex on you. I'm going to come all the way to Spain or wherever the hell you is. I'm going to flex. I'm coming for you, Dan. I'm coming for all those 55-year-old white ladies that love your ass. Holy shit. I had them on my show one time. I get about 1,000 followers on Instagram from 55-year-old white ladies telling me how much they love Dan. I'm like, hey, what about me? I'm attractive. I can sing sometimes. Come on, let's do this.
Is that it?
Sure.
Again, like, I understand that you hold all these people's opinions in high court in Boogie's head, like Charlie and Mudahar and everybody. But like Charlie and Mudahar making a video about you is a positive thing, not a negative thing.
Okay.
Right? I was trying to tell you this on the phone today. It's a positive thing. You have to take that energy that they're putting into you and use it for what you need to use it for. Like I said, you shouldn't be afraid of Mudahar. You should be afraid of Mudahar's fan base. It's the people that's in his fan base that might do things to negatively impact your life, but nothing so far has negatively impacted your life. If you played this the right way,
I'm not interested in playing it at all. I'm not interested in playing anything. I'm
not interested in playing anything except I'm on this show again to get reamed out for lying about my damn childhood trauma. Dude, look, Wings is absolutely right here. Wings, take what Charlie is saying, take what Muda is saying, make a video, set a goal, look in the mirror and recognize you have a fucking issue, and set a goal, and no one's going to believe you at first. Turn on your camera. My response to Charlie, Moist Critical. My response to Mudahar. Look, guys, I've messed up time and time again, and I deserve absolutely no leeway. I don't deserve your sub. I don't deserve your like. I don't deserve shit from you. But all of these things that I've done, I'm looking in the mirror and trying to force myself to understand that I have an issue. And I'm going to do everything I can to fix it. I'm about to hit the gym. I'm going to do gym updates. I won't be active on YouTube. I'm going to go as hard as I can, and I'm going to come back better than ever. And you're going to see. And then fucking disappear for a year. And then come back 214 pounds. And everybody, you'll have 99.8 likes. I've looked in the mirror. I've made a change. I've changed my entire life for the better. Because you can't fake that. You cannot fake that. You can fake everything else like he's been doing, but you can't fake losing 280 pounds or 300 pounds. And you're going to learn stuff through that process. Boogie's never done that in his life. Going through that process of really hard work for over a year, being in the gym every day, learning, it changes your personality. It changes everything about you. That's what Boogie needs to do. But instead, he just keeps coming on Law Cow Podcast and being like, I'm suicidal. I want to die. And yeah, I want my play button back. And I'll donate $3,000 to cancer research just so you can stop being mean to me. Like, no one's going to care. You can't fix this shit overnight. That's too much work for Boogie Sauce. Yeah, I already know, man. Hey, make sure you guys like my show, by the way. Thank you. And subscribe if you have not. Give me some love. I'm just your neighborhood friendly NASCAR driver that's trying to have fun on YouTube and trying to race all over the U.S. So make sure you have Fox Sports, the app, or Sling, or Flow Racing, and watch me every weekend. We'll be at Salem in Indiana, Saturday, FS1, Saturday night racing, boys. Let's go.
Just being done.
All right, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Boogie? You want to live in your car? You want your girlfriend to leave you because she can't feed her pink drinks? What do you want to do?
Sure.
What do you want to do? You want Chad to have to find him his own apartment because you're going to lose the house?
That's fine.
I mean, if it's all fine, like you sound like a 3-year-old. Oh no, I guess I won't get my way. Be a man, dude.
I don't think any of that
This is
would
what I
be
was
my
talking
way,
about you
but-
last. No. This is what I was saying yesterday. Stop being a bitch, bro. Stop being a bitch. We didn't fucking. Me and Wings didn't make videos on YouTube saying Boogie's got cancer. You did without confirmation, bro. Man the fuck up. Man the
Okay.
fuck up.
Okay.
Man
What's the
up.
point? If you're going to sit here and just be gloom, what's the point of picking the phone call up? Why'd you come? Did you
was
come
told-
just hoping we get?
I was told to, so I'm here. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
You do everything you're told to?
Cover myself in Nutella? Right now, yeah, pretty
No,
much.
this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is the best advice I can
We
give you.
don't have any
Please,
Nutella. We have peanut butter. Would that be good enough?
please listen to me.
Not
Please,
peanut butter.
please listen to the words I'm about to say, Boogie. This is literally the best advice I can give you. From
Okay.
this moment on, it feels like rock bottom. So why don't you just empty out the closet, grab every skeleton in there, and throw?
All right, so you guys ready for Boogie to have a freaking absolute meltdown right here? A meltdown. Jamie, they just ended the stream. They had to cut it because Boogie went psycho and cut his power or something. Mr. White, yeah, that's kind of every race.
Throw it out to the world. Just tell everyone the truth about everything. Come clean on anything that may be wrong or might be manipulation throughout your history. Like this whole thing where you don't want to talk about the conflicts of the statements of your abuse is so silly to me. If this is a golden opportunity for you to set the record straight and have a fresh start, you're already.
I tried to explain to you that I mentally cannot handle that, and I don't know why you won't listen.
I mentally can't. Dude, everything Boogie says. Oh, I'm messed up mentally. I can't do this. I'm messed up. I'm suicidal. I'm too sick. I'm too unhealthy. I have too many vices. I have too many things. I'm the biggest victim on earth. Boogie acts like a victim more than like leftist white ladies do, which they aren't. You're like upper middle class, baby. You right here with my ass. You right beside me, girl. In pictures, I'm holding you. You right with me. You got the same shit the white dude has. Stop acting like you got some shit like everybody else does. Oh yeah, samesies. Nah, bitch, you drinking wine on a Sunday next to your pool. Eat my ass. You're not a victim, and neither are you, Boogie. Boogie does the same shit. Saul said it took me 2 years to lose 70 pounds. That's too damn long, baby. Too damn long, Saul. But good, you're doing great though. I'm not hating on you at all. I'm just saying you can do it faster. I can lose 30 pounds in a month and a half. And I ain't got 30 pounds to lose, really. But that's like some really extreme dieting stuff. Dude's a pro loser, Dan. He's a pro loser, Dan. Disney Magic says, why do you think he faked all the abuse? Well, we're going to get into that. It's going to start getting into that. But basically, I'll give you the short version real quick before we get into it. Basically, Boogie has been touting his abuse in his entire YouTube career as a crutch. Oh, the reason I'm like this because abuse. The reason I do this is because abuse. The reason I do it, it's always been about abuse. Sympathy, just sympathy dumping, trauma dumping on everybody, which is something we weren't used to until recently because social media made it known. We understand that it happens now. But back before social media, when you met somebody that sympathy farmed, you've only met one or two people in your life like this. So you didn't really know how to react. You're like, oh shit, all these things are wrong with you. That's so sad, right? But in actuality, we learn later that tons of people sympathy farm. Tons of people do it. So he's doing, I feel like that's what he was doing all this time. And it turns out people have compiled a giant list of all of his accusations from him growing up. And plot twist, none of them line up. His story has changed over and over and over and over and over. Right? Just like his cancer story. Now, if it's so hard to believe that he lied about crypto, and it's so hard, it's not hard, by the way, to believe he lied about cancer or crypto, why would it be so hard to think he lied about trauma? Right? Why is it suddenly he's just not above lying about one other thing? Karis, even in Cam, hit the gym hard yesterday, feeling so damn good. Boogie's a lost cause. Let him fail in his bitch sauce of misery. Thank you so much, Karis. I love you, baby. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you hit the gym. Dude, I hit it so hard. PDH did 150 on bench. Upped her max today. She's starting to look like a little monster, dude. She's starting to get real thick. She has like, her chest looks like this at the top. It's pretty funny. She looks silly. Wait till you see her.
I cannot do that. I mentally cannot do that. On a good day, I could not do that. I cannot have Destiny and Charlie in here telling me that I'm lying about the abuse that I had when I was a child. I can't do it. I can't.
If you're not lying about it, then why does it matter?
Because I don't want to revisit it. It was tough enough the first time. It was tough enough.
You can't be that way. But you just revisited it just like a month ago on the podcast with your brother, and you were perfectly happy and laughing.
Pretty different when it's my brother coming in and talking to me about it and having fun with it. It's a little different. It's a little different when it's Destiny coming in saying you're a liar. Prove that your dad made you jerk him off. Prove it. Prove something that happened in 1983. Prove it. Prove it. If you can't prove it, it can't happen. If you can't prove it, it didn't happen. I can't do that. I can't prove something that happened in 1983. I didn't have a fucking cell phone in my pocket.
Okay, but you told me privately the reason why some of the stories, and I'm not going to leak anything, don't worry. But you told me why some of the stories are inconsistent and they don't match up.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell the audience?
I don't want to destroy a human life. Because I don't want to destroy someone's fucking life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You just sat here.
I'll destroy mine all day. I'll destroy mine all day. And my dad is dead. And my mom is dead. I'll talk about those pieces of shit till they fucking rot.
Yeah, but
I
Chad and Desi aren't dead.
Still fucking alive. I will not. We've talked about it. We made an agreement, and I'm not going to do that for internet cloud. I'm not going to do that so the Keemstar can jerk off to it. No, thank you. We're not here for the fucking audience to get off on destroying somebody's fucking life. It's goddamn internet cloud. This is not a topic I will cover for internet cloud.
Nobody's talking about that topic. Here's what I'm trying to talk to you about, Mr. Talk Loud.
I like how he goes and immediately sips his Mountain Dew. You gotta clear my throat. Got to get that Mountain Dew out. Boogie has a problem with, he thinks screaming makes it seem like he's telling the truth. It's not. It's a tactic that a lot of people do. It's one of the telltale signs of lying. He also says immediately he will not do this for clout, which is the same thing he said about showing his medical records, which he never had. And then it turns out he was just lying about it. And then he finally elaborated on it. And then we found out he was lying. Now he's claiming he will never talk about this for clout, even though he's talked about this for years. Ever since his first day on YouTube, he's talked about his trauma growing up. Now he's saying he won't talk about it because he won't do it over for clout, which makes no sense because he does everything for clout. Literally makes, he's on this show tonight for clout. He's on the show tonight for clout. You know what I'm saying? That's so silly. It's absolutely asinine, in my opinion. Now, as far as the abuse goes and saying he won't talk about it, he does end up talking about it. And also, one little tidbit. He joined Destiny's stream after his last shit show. And he said he clarified about his dad sexually abusing him when he was growing up. But he loves his dad. And when Destiny said anything negative about his dad, Boogie immediately started flying off the fucking hinges, being like, God, how dare you? My dad died of cancer. But also his dad abused him sexually. I'm so confused. And then he called his dad just now a piece of shit. But he said last stream he got really mad when they claimed that he was lying about cancer because his dad died of cancer and he's offended. I'm so confused. None of this makes sense. Does he love his dad? Does he not love his dad? I don't understand what the fuck's going on. None of this makes sense.
Is you don't want to destroy anybody's life, but what happens when you self-delete yourself and Desi has to witness it or find your fucking big fat carcass?
All these
and then she has to
motherfuckers
go back
watching
to
on
her
the
fat-
We jerk their fucking cocks to it.
Yeah,
They'll
but
all
you're
be
destroying
better
people's
off
lives
for it. They'll all be
regardless.
better off for it.
You're
They'll
going
all be
against the
better off
thing.
for it.
Don't
They'll all
jump
be
that
better
fucking
off for it.
soapbox.
Jesus
Boogie,
Christ.
Jump
stop.
that fucking
Boogie,
soapbox.
stop. The screaming and yelling isn't helping you, and it isn't.
I'll whisper it. They'll all be better off for it.
Listen to me.
They'll all be better off for
This
it.
is what he does. This is what. This was the.
So Boogie's intentionally acting insane to try to, I think, help his mental plea. He's just screaming, whatnot. He's fucking crazy. I mean, he's crazy in the sense that, yeah, he's crazy. But it's a forced acting thing to make it appear that he's crazy. So he can kind of almost like an insane plea, an insanity plea in court. But the thing is, he says people will stroke their shafts to him deleting himself. I disagree. If he I feel like people would be hurt. I don't want to see Boogie to do that at all. I think that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to die. I want him to better himself. And what he should do is leave the internet for a year and come back, lose 200 pounds, and get into fitness and really, really show people he made a change for the better. That would, dude, everybody would respond positively. And I mean everybody. His video back where he lost 250 pounds and admits that he was a dumbass and he's doing everything he can. He's a fighting battle every day. He would have 99.8 99.8% upvotes. Charlie would make a video. Muda would make a video. Boogie turns things around. Can't believe it. Unexpected, right? But he doesn't. He just screams and just digs a deeper hole. He doesn't care. He acts like that's not a possible outcome. Rather, guys, my question is, how much of this is real and how much is kayfabe to keep people coming back to watch the drama every week? As far as, I don't know. Would Boogie willingly throw away his entire career to admit all these things? And also, you would have to understand that this was elaborately in the works since 2006, right? Like, Boogie's lied about his trauma since 2006, and this was the plan all along for him to be, to be on a show and you know what I'm saying? Look, maybe the overt screaming and shit, maybe that's part of the show. Hell, whatever. But that being said, these allegations and actions they all happened. He said 2 years ago he had cancer, right? Now he's saying he doesn't, or he's implying he doesn't. Thank you, Raga. Sad Lad Chess said, I've been off work due to reasons, but I've been hitting the gym every day since I've been off. Watched EFAP break down what everything Boogie's done, and this shit's pathetic. I hate this guy so much. I understand. I understand. I'm not passionate enough to hate anybody, but yeah, I get it. Sad Lad Chad with an orange boy. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. We're now halfway to Naked Snake already. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Awesome. Supporting the little guy. I'm the little guy. Thank you, Sad Lad. Danny Box says Boogie's hilarious this episode. Snafu says he's a liar and is saying all the bullet points. You ain't lying, baby. You ain't lying.
Conversation last night.
Not yet. Let me do my goddamn job. I'll tell you when the time comes.
Yeah, he's got a backup plan that where if we bring up.
By the way, this person that he's talking to on stream, I don't think's real. I don't think there's actually anybody there. I'm gonna be honest.
The abuse, they're going to cut the power to his computer.
Yes. If I get out of control, my caretakers, both of them, are just standing right here, know to not let me get out of control. So before it gets bad enough, they're going to take care of the problem.
All right, then can you calm down so they don't have to turn the camera off? How about that? Let's drink the water. Let's calm down. Let's not yell and scream.
You're on a lot of medicine, Boogie. Is any of those medicines an SSRI?
Go fuck yourself. I will divulge no more medical information to any of you motherfuckers.
This is, you don't even got to tell me what it is. There's a bevy of medicine.
Yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Because you need to be on an SSRI.
Bro,
because
just
you
stop.
should not have this
Wings, stop. Just stop. We got to handle this with kid gloves. Wings, you're going.
That was pretty funny from Wings. I gotta be honest.
Oh, and you're playing bad cop a little too hard. Boogie, why don't you just take the mic and say what you want to say about this whole situation?
God, I'm so happy. I hate this. I hate it. I hate this show. I hate fucking breathing air. I hate being alive. I'm in so much fucking pain. I can't fucking stand it anymore. I can't fucking stand this. I can't fucking stand this. I've ruined my fucking life. I just want to be on.
But you haven't.
Just stop.
You haven't
Wings,
really
shut up. Let's just give the guy a minute. Wings, come on. All right, Boogie, listen, I need you to like actually.
Who has never had an imaginary caretaker? He was drunk, in my opinion. Yeah, man. I don't want to be a dick bag. I don't want to be a dick bag. But the fact that you came back on this show after you've been done means that you kind of like it. I can't stand this. Monkey King says is sitting down. Sorry. The fact that he's like, I can't stand this, but he's still on the show is kind of telling. It's the narcissistic behavior of constant, even negative reinforcement, positive reinforcement, as long as there's some kind of reinforcement. That being said, you don't just scream you want to die over and over. You just die. Okay? Have any of you ever unfortunately known somebody that took their life? I have. You know, you probably have. They don't go around saying, I want to die, screaming, you know? They just die. They just fucking, you just hear about it one day. And usually it's really unexpected. No one that ever witnesses one of their friends or family or somebody they know, you know, take their own life, you don't say, well, that was expected. They've been talking about it for years. No, it's usually unexpected. Are there outliers? Sure. But usually it's very unexpected. Sad Lad Chad says, I don't wish ill on him or anything, but every time he talks, it makes me irrationally angry. I get it. I get it. Thank you so much, Sad Lad. I appreciate you.
Calm down. No more yelling. All right? We get how you're feeling. You've described it very.
Then stop asking me.
I'm not asking you how you're feeling. I asked you. What I said is, you have the mic. Why don't you say what you want to say about the situation?
I want to die.
Oh my God.
I say over and over and over again. I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me. Help me. Help me. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain.
All right. Well then, okay. Let's get off. Let's just get off.
What do you want me to talk about instead? What do you want me to talk about instead?
I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. You know, this looks like an emotional response, but your face isn't red. You're not sweating. There's no tears. It's just a blank face screaming, right? It's an act. It's not legitimate. It is just an act. It is not legitimate. If you're sitting here screaming, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die, over and over and over, but you have a firearm in your house, there's a disconnect. It's clearly an act. I agree, Bram. It's just a silly act. It doesn't make some sense to me. If somebody was actually feeling this way, they would be in a mental institution right now. I had a friend when I was growing up attempt suicide. Is he asking for euthanasia? I had a friend growing up that attempted suicide, and he almost did not survive. He was this close. They sent him to a mental hospital, and he's completely normal, right? And we never knew. No one knew, right? He was just a normal ass kid. We were probably early 20s, and he was very quiet. We played games together. We went to high school together. And then I hear about one day he attempted suicide. So he gets sent to a mental institution. And I go visit him, and they have to like check me. I have to go through a freaking metal detector and all this shit. And we go in there, and he's just sitting at a table. And we go and talk to him like normal, like we always have. And he's the same dude. And we're just talking and kind of laughing and cutting up. And he's like, yeah, I don't feel like I belong here, but whatever. And there was people in there that were really messed up, right? You could tell. And he was just sitting there by himself, just chilling. And you know, he came out of that. And all he did was take a bunch of pills and have to go to the hospital, ER, almost didn't make it. They had to pump his stomach, all these things. And then they immediately shipped him from that point to a mental institution. And he was there for 6 months. And then he had to do a 1 year probation period. It was wild. It was a long process. He's a great dude. He's made it out of it now. You know, he doesn't talk to me as much as I like. Sometimes I reach out to him. He was at my house like last week or 2 weeks ago. So it's good to see him. But he never talks about that stuff. He never runs around saying, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die. He'll just kind of be down and quiet sometimes. I'm like, are you all right? You want to hang out? If I haven't talked to him in a while, I'll ask him. So, Satellite Chat, thank you. Base Cats, this makes me wonder the abuse he puts his girlfriend through. Well, he definitely manipulates her. He either subconsciously or consciously. Satellite Chat says Keem should kick him off the stream and pay him half of what's usual and not pay him normally until he starts acting right. Maybe, but he's getting 20,000 concurrent. The second Boogie's not on this show, it's going to drop to 6,000. So I'm not going to lie and say I don't understand why he's doing it. He's doing it for a reason. He's 50. Yeah. Thank you, Satellite.
This goes back to like last night. You're not mentally fit to be on the show. It's irresponsible.
No, what did you want to talk about? Anything but the abuse. What are you doing with my play button?
It's not.
Chris talking about 4-year-old girls.
I got a question with the play button. Why does your play button have your name on it instead of like your?
Because that's what they asked me what I wanted on it. I fucking wanted my name on it.
Okay.
They asked me what I wanted on it. I said my fucking name.
Yeah. So when you order your first play button, it's free, and they will put whatever you want on there. Whatever you want on there, they'll put on there. And then it's $500 per play button after that. If you want to order some for your editors and your other hosts, and you can put their names on it if you want. Who's more unhinged, Boogie or Egg? Boogie by 1,000 miles. Egg was very laid back and normal. He just was a shady piece of shit. Boogie's. They're like, well, he's not really crazy. It's an act. But don't you think to yourself that you have to be kind of crazy just to performatively act like this? Mick Addict says you have to pay for your award. Not the first one. You get the first play button free. Every tier you get free first, and then you have to pay for the copies of it. Thank you, Base Cat. Justin Gonzalez says this is literally the behavior of a child throwing a tantrum when caught in a lie to escape accountability. That's all this is. Grown man child. 100% agree with you. Every single facet of that statement. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Mr. Gonzalez. Cody Forrester says this is such a throwback to his old friends. Damn. To be honest, Boogie's not a great actor. So when he starts freaking out, it almost seems legit, but then there's no tears. If somebody's unhinged emotionally, they don't have no tears. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things happening emotionally. It's not just you screaming. A lot of people have this common misconception that crazy just means to scream. Look at Jared Leto's Joker, the worst Joker of all time, in my opinion. They thought crazy, or he thought crazy was literally just like, ooh, I'm crazy, ooh, I'm crazy. Like, that's what he thought crazy was. And then you see, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, whoo, that's good. You know what I'm saying? That seems real. Everybody has been in awkward situations with people in their life, and they're like, ooh, this guy's really awkward, right? That's real. Being like, ooh, I'm crazy. I love to kill people. Wee. Like, that's stupid. Thank you, Cody. And shut up, Richard. Android. Thank you, baby. $2. All right. Heath Ledger's Joker and Joaquin Phoenix are the best. Oh yeah. But I love Jack Nicholson. I love Mark Hamill's. I love all their Jokers. All the Jokers are pretty good, with the exception, and that's the only ones I really consider. And I don't even consider Jared Leto a legit contender.
All right. Well, do you know that there's a big portion of the audience that wants you back on the show?
I don't care.
Isn't that a good thing?
Guys.
I don't care. Literally on the show as we speak.
Good thing?
No. Do I want to? No. As of right now,
it's not all negative. It's not all negative, Boogie. What I'm trying to tell you is there's positive things. What Wings tried to tell you earlier is that there's positive things. It's not all negative.
One of the positive things is I have to sit here and talk about my molestation.
Nobody's talked about that.
I don't want that.
Nobody's talked about that.
We're not.
What abuse were you talking about? You said abuse. What abuse?
Have you noticed that Boogie keeps bringing up the abuse because he's trying to lead into it? He's trying to lead into it. Slowly trying to lead into it. It's all very, very obvious. It's all very obvious what's going on. Billy, you super chatted 2 minutes ago. What do you mean I missed it? You super chatted 1 minute ago. How about you have some patience, you little goober, you bitch?
That's what you're talking about.
We were talking about the conflict of why you wouldn't come on. We weren't actually talking and getting into the details of that. So just calm down. And by the way, I know you can't talk about your sister. You said you would talk about your dad and mother all day. So will you address those issues? Because
Yes, my mother twisted my fucking tipples. That's part of the abuse. And she twisted my balls and my dick. And she told me that sex was disgusting and awful. And she told me that only disgusting, awful people had it.
okay, but then okay, well, let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad fucking masturbated in front of me and showed me pornography and asked me if I want to join in and encouraged me to touch him. And I fucking did. I did. I fucking did. I fucking did. I fucking did.
No.
There. Can we be done? Can we be done with it? Can we be done with
We're
it?
done. We're done. We're
Thank
done with
you,
it. We're
thank
done with
you.
that conversation.
Look, this may or may not be true, but there's no tears. It's just screaming. It's just yeah, Nora. Why would you name yourself that, Nora? You fucking with me, Nora. God, Nora Black. That would be cooler. You know, it's not racist. It's fine. So, there's no tears, man. He's just screaming. He's screaming. Now, again, he just said his dad encouraged him to get in to join him and watch stuff and blah blah blah. Right. Here's the caveat. Here's the caviar. Here's the fish eggs. Okay. When he joined Destiny's stream, he said he loved his father, and he was also really mad at Destiny for saying he would lie about cancer because his dad died of cancer. But now he's saying his dad's a monster. So which is it? Which is it? This makes no sense. Yeah, David the Reject. Dude, I'm right there with you. David the Reject brings up a great point. Boogie's not acting like an abused victim, sadly coming from experience. He doesn't act like a cancer. He doesn't act like a person struggling with cancer. He doesn't act like a person struggling with suicide. He doesn't act like a person struggling with abuse, past abuse. But he co-opted all these things for sympathy farming to get people to like him because he's done it his whole life. And it's all coming to a head, right? That's just how this is. That's what I'm that's the vibe I'm getting. I like Nor movies, that's all. Like BTV? What's it called? BET. So you like BET, the channel? Really? Now, reasons to bring back assignments. Exhibit A. Yeah, dude. Look, if Boogie legitimately acted this way in real life, I think he would be in a mental institution. Richard didn't know his dad was Diddy. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Sad Lad Chad says he's done enough acting out in the past. This is just another bump in the road for this loser. Just so happens to be the worst case. You're right. Thank you, man. Billy says I would rather watch the Francis vids than this. I don't like the Francis vids. I think they're silly. I never really cared for them. I always thought they were goofy and fake, even when people thought they weren't. You know, it's like the kid trying to shove the remote in his ass. You remember that? That was weird.
I don't.
Thank you.
We're done with that
Thank
conversation.
Thank you.
I got something I'd ask that has nothing to do with that kind of conversation. You said earlier, and I asked you this earlier, that you were in pain and you live your life in pain. And I asked you, what is making you feel so down and depressed and in pain?
I fucking hate myself every second because I'm a piece of shit. Have you not read the fucking internet?
The internet's not always right. Like
They are. They fucking are. They fucking are. I am a piece of shit. I am human garbage.
Do not hit yourself.
Yeah,
Or I have to
don't hit
hang up.
yourself,
Or I have to hang up on you. No self-harm shit at all. In fact, the
Well,
yelling and screaming is kind of self-harm. You got to stop. You got to
Those
talk.
cheeseburgers, let me do that for a year.
You got to talk normal.
God, I hate, dude. I have struggled with obesity my whole life. I was a fat ass kid, bro. Until I was 17 years old. I was a fat motherfucker. And then I got real skinny, like emo kid. I became an emo kid. I was slaying the scene, bitches. It was great. I had hair down on my back. And then, I got married, gained about 60 pounds, and then lost it, started getting into the gym life, gym culture. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And, it's something I've struggled with. I struggle with that shit every day. I want pizza every day, bro. I want ice cream every day, but I choose not to eat it every day. Right? Boogie says, oh, none of that's my problem. I don't need to be held accountable for being overweight at all. None of that's my problem because it's self-harm. and I'm suicidal. Therefore, I can eat whatever I want because it's just a part of me self-harming. I think it's kind of gross. Everything that we've learned, I think the grossest part about this is using self-diagnosed, in my opinion, I know a lot of people like this, self-diagnosed mental conditions to avoid accountability in any point of your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Charles says Trent's treating you nice, Charles. I appreciate that, but no Trent. That's terrifying shit. I thought about it like a few years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And it was like one of my friends showed me a vial and it was like bright orange. And I was like, man. But I was too afraid. And then when I started racing professionally, I have drug tests every month, so I can't do anything. Unfortunately. Fuck. Maybe one day when I have nothing to lose anymore. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Nobody wants to abuse that. Damn. All right, Deezer, bro. You gotta calm down, son. Clint, Trent, hi, bro. Let's go. Spawn Killer says Boogie 2988 has some serious mental issues. See, that's the thing. It's like, does he really? But then he acts like this for content. So you're thinking to yourself, maybe he does. Maybe his mental issues is based entirely around narcissism, like a violent amount of narcissism. Gotcha, son. Boogie, no, shake my head. Put this in the tank, bub. Sorry, I missed a few streams. I've been busy as hell. I love you, dude. Chef Life. I'm glad you're here, man. I missed you. I'm glad you're back. Gotcha, son. Gotcha, son. 150 to Naked Snake. Sad Lad says, I couldn't imagine acting like this. It makes me so mad. I struggle with mental health, and all I want to do is get better. That's my point, and you're right there with me. People that struggle with this shit don't act like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially not in front of a camera, unless they're having an actual breakdown. Thank you, Sad Lad Chad.
Bro, you can't have these outbursts like this. Come on.
What?
We're not getting anywhere. We're not even having a conversation. It's just crazy outbursts.
No, I understand. I'm quite aware.
Okay, well, you're on here to have a conversation about this stuff, not fucking.
I want my dad show me his dick and pornography. Like
Nobody asked others, but you're going back to it.
Come on. What is this? What the fuck is this? Bro, this is what I was dealing with last night on the fucking phone, bro. Like, honestly, stop it. Fucking stop it.
It's so weird. He's like, I will not talk about this. And then he randomly just burst out that his dad showed him his dick over and over. My dad showed him my dick, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You must bust a word. No Trembolone sandwich. No. Look, I ain't gonna be a dumbass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, one day I'm not. I'm not. You know, after I retire, you know, and I really take weightlifting real to the top. But I'll probably be like 38, 39, 40. You know, I'll have to be done with racing before I ever get into like maybe masters bodybuilding, but I don't know, man. But I do go hard as fuck. It's mainly chest. Like I benched 385 for 3 today. It's my genetics. Got good chest genetics. Thank God. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you. I got tiny legs. If you saw my legs, you'd laugh your ass off.
It's like you act like you want to go there so you can play the victim.
He told me I had to. Yesterday in Texas, said we were going to have to address it at some point. So let's just address it and move on.
No, we're not addressing any of it. We're not talking about the shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Stop yelling and screaming on here. Now, look. Is there any updates on your side with the cancer and all that? You were going to get some paperwork together. What's going on with that? Can you talk calmly?
I've canceled every test. I'm done. I don't have the money to fight it. I have no desire to fight it. I'm looking forward to dying. So I'm just done. I'm never going to get this bone marrow test done. It doesn't matter. Even if I showed it to Destiny tomorrow, even if I decided to leak my medical records, which I'm still not going to do. He told me on this show the last time we were on, Destiny will only accept it when it's a doctor telling it to his face. Well, my doctor's not going to fucking come on here, and I wouldn't want my doctor to fucking do it to begin with.
Is your brother still going to debate Destiny? Is that a thing?
I hope not. I fucking hope not. I'll call him, beg him not to right now.
Why?
Fuck this horrible shit show.
He wanted to debate Destiny. Wasn't it your brother's idea?
Sure, and I'm going to encourage him not to.
Why?
Because he has suicidal issues as well.
But I don't care. If I was in your situation and I did this shitty thing, yes, I'd hate myself too. I get that. That's normal. Most normal people, when they make a mistake, they're hard on themselves. But that's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you get better. But there's no way I would ever fucking give up on any fucking thing. I don't give up. There is no fucking give up.
Well, you're not me. Well, you're not me.
There is no give up. No.
You're not me.
Dude, because I can see opportunities everywhere. I can see chances to learn, to grow, to be better, to find success.
I just want to be out of pain.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. I don't sit, even when I fuck up, I don't sit here and just live in this negative fucking world, right?
Well, I do. Turns out I'm mentally ill. Turns out my brain is my worst fucking enemy. I wake up every day in miserable
hitting
fucking
yourself.
pain.
Stop
I
hitting
just
yourself.
broke my goddamn earphones.
Stop hitting yourself.
One fucking ear that works left.
Wings, I have to hang up on him if he hits himself again.
This is ridiculous. He just keeps screaming that he has mental health. It's so silly. Like people that struggle with these things don't tend to just scream that they have mental health over and over. The reason I'm crazy, you know, I'm saying things. God, I'm just God mentally ill. I'm all say, well, why don't you go get help? No, like turns out you're just a narcissist. The doctor says, "Oh fuck, I can't believe it." I know the weight surgery you got. You intend to F yourself constantly to fail. Same surgery people fight to get. No simpy. P.S. Love to you. Yeah. So what is it? It's like 93% of people fail gastric bypass, or is it lap band? It might be lap band. I haven't looked into it. I almost got to 300 pounds when I was 17, and then I never looked back. So I don't really know, but I know that one of them, like 93% of people, still don't continue the weight loss because you still have to diet and exercise. Hence why they usually will put you on a workout plan that you have to meet a certain goal before they'll actually perform the surgery, because the surgery won't work otherwise. And to be completely fair, you can lose that weight without surgery within a year and a half. If you're 450 pounds in a year and a half, you can be 220. I'm not shitting you. I am not a fat man. Android, I love you, by the way. I weigh about 194. And in about November, I'll be about 200. And I will, from November to February, I'll drop about 30 pounds to 170. It's not hard. When you are 400 pounds, you can lose 100 pounds in a month and a half, 2 months. Right? How tall am I? 5'11". You know what I'm saying? That's just how this works. And so, you know, that's the thing is when you're boogie sized, little missionary fairy snow saga, you're only 120. What's up, baby? Wait, are you a guy? Hold on. Wait, 120? Damn, girl, what's up? Ain't no girls around here 120 anymore. Jesus, I'm in Alabama. All girls are like 190. Sucks. Can't be smashing no piss. I'm joking, by the way. You paused in the 11 part. Fuck, Sauce, shut up. You better, Sauce, you just eat my ass, Sauce. How could you? How could you, Sauce? You paused. You hesitated when you said 5'11". Gotcha, son! My boy! Welcome back. You're on the car. I got you, son. Second Red Boy of the show, and it's got you, son. Dude, I love you, baby. We are now $50 from the 329th Naked Snake in a row. Thank you so much, dude. I love you. Thank you. Dropped 280 back up to 320. Want to get skinnier again. The thing that sucks, man, is I struggle with it too. It's a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong thing. You got to keep doing it forever. You can't stop. But if you get into a workout plan where you can bulk and then cut, you can kind of like, you can dirty bulk a little in the middle of the year. Eat you a pizza. Once a week, you can smash some spaghetti, be a little looser, and you'll gain muscle. But you'll also gain fat. But you'll gain muscle too. But you got to get there first. Got to get on that. And then you can just juggle between those for like your whole life and just be shredded, fat, shredded, or shredded, buff, shredded, buff, shredded, buff. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll look fucking huge. You'll look huge, but you'll have a belly in December. Then 4 months later, you'll have freaking a 90 pack. Thank you, Gotcha Son. Love you, Gotcha Son. Again, give love to Gotcha Son and make sure you like the show in honor of Gotcha Son. Thank you, dude. I love you, dude. Welcome back. Billy Hatcher says I'm 290, so I'm skinnier and boogie. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't. I mean, that's up to you.
You can't hit yourself on the show.
I didn't. I hit my headphones.
You can't, dude. No.
I hit my headphones on purpose, so I didn't hit my.
Well, then listen to what I'm saying. I may be like the owner of Drama and live in a world of drama and negativity and stuff, but like I don't let that ever affect me. I don't ever let that affect me.
We're all very proud of your mental health. Congratulations.
Yeah, but you got to take some responsibility. When people are directly telling you positive things about the aspect of this whole situation, you just ignore it.
None of it's positive. I don't want any of those things.
We have 19,000 real viewers here. This is not botted.
We have 10 million. I don't care. The only thing I care about in the world is not being in miserable fucking pain. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want to wake up tomorrow not in miserable fucking pain.
So do it. This is so silly to me. Then do it. Why not? I just want to wake up and not be in pain. Well, then fucking work towards that. Make that your goal. I don't want to be in pain anymore. Make that your goal. That seems like a reasonable goal. Hit the gym. Start your dieting process. Throw the Mountain Dew away. You're 50. Don't need any more soda like a 9-year-old anymore. We can get rid of the soda. Look, I know a lot of you drink soda, and I'm not dragging you at all. I don't drink soda. But when you're in your 50s, 40s, and you're drinking like Cokes and shit, like casually, like a couple a day, like, what the fuck are you doing? Switch to whiskey like a real man. What are you doing? Fucking drinking soda like a 12-year-old. I got my Cokies, my sodies. What is wrong with y'all? But that being said, get rid of all that, set your weight loss goal, and don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep going. Boogie can do that. It's an attainable goal, but he won't do it. Why? It's so crazy. Yeah, Kimbo. Kino Bambino. I'm right there with you. Yeah, if he's in pain, Catalina, why not try to get out of the pain? I don't understand. It's weird, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Harakiri. Sad Lad says around 250 got some strength. Most of my fat's my gut. Biggest problem is drinking. People say I wear my weight well, but I need to lose. Yeah, dude, I'm right there with you. I love drinking, man. Dude, my most favorite thing. I'm sorry, Ibrand Designs. Oh hell, you done got me. No, I'm sorry, baby. What's up? No, but dude, I love it. I love drinking like on a Saturday, or well, not a Saturday, like on a Friday night. Oh, bro, and I have like my friends, two or three of my friends over. We're sitting by the pool next to the fire, playing some freaking spades or something, and just oh my god, bro, I have to drink. I have to drink some whiskey, sip on whiskey. You know what I'm saying? God, I love that shit. And when I cut, I quit drinking. I'll quit drinking for 3 months every time I cut. 3 months, and I don't really notice anything. But then again, I never go really, really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? Sadly, I love you. Retro Nook says, why was I putting time out? I have no idea. I don't time out people, but I don't know. You might have spammed. I don't know. Somebody in one of the mods might tell you. What'd you do? What'd you do, you son of a bitch? Lisa Kenyon, welcome back, baby. I'm a retired mental health professional, and there's a subset of people in society who generally get off on losing their shit and screaming full volume. It's like that explosion feels good to them. It's cathartic. That makes sense, Lisa. Thank you. I appreciate the info, and I appreciate the orange boy. 30 until Naked Snake. Boys. Thank you, Lisa. We love you. Sad Lass is sipping on the whiskey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woodford all day.
That's all I want. 10 million, 20 million, 5 million washers won't do that.
How's your weight doing? How's your weight doing right now?
It's down because I'm on a medication that I can no longer afford, by the way, but I lost 24 fucking pounds on the piece of shit, but I get to put it all back on because I don't have the fucking money.
Let's go. Guys, he lost 24 pounds. 24 pounds.
I get to put it right back on.
Congratulations, buddy. 24 is a big deal.
Put it right back on.
Dude, look. Boogie's like, he's acting like Jared Leto's Joker. He's just being crazy. Right? You don't go from being normal to being fucking psycho. That's not what crazy is. That's not what mental health is. Right? That's my opinion on it. A child. Shut up, Zach. Well, why does everybody say this meme? A child. It's that one fucking clip. And it's embedded in all of us. My friends do that shit. You know, it's really bad. A child. I'll hear it from the other room. I'm like, shut the fuck up. A child. I hope you guys understand the meme I'm referring to. Shit, I forgot what I was going to talk about. Shit, let me scroll up. Sorry, guys. Boogie said he had only $3K in the bank, but Keem just bought his share of the so. Another lie. Yep. Do you think Boogie dating that girl is manipulative? She's an adult and possibly she's trying to get manipulated back. No, I think he's manipulating her. Oh, good point. So that's what I wanted to bring up. 24 pounds out of 400 is one shit. He took a shit. He took a big fat piss. That's 24 pounds. 24 pounds out of 450 is me losing 1.5 pounds. It's silly. Look, I mean, small victories, I get it, but when you've been 450 pounds for 40 years, it doesn't really mean much.
You're not going to put it on. You lost it. Good job.
It was the medication that did it. I'm gonna look at it.
It's the medication. Keep in mind that no one has ever lost weight without medication. Why? What is this to the layman? This is avoiding accountability. I need medication to lose weight. I don't. When I go on my cut, I just go on a 1,200 calorie diet for a month and a half. And then the last 2 weeks of the diet to 4 weeks, I'll do an 800. And I'll do 30 minutes high intense per day. And I'll hit the gym 5 to 6 days a week. And I don't have any cheat meals at all. You know? Why do I not need medicine to lose weight? There's no substitute for soda. It's a real addiction. Pick you up a Monster Energy. Monster Energy Zero Ultra. At every convenience store nationwide. I love it. Put it inside me with a fucking IV, bro.
That's good.
It's bad. How's it good that I can't afford the medication? How's it good? How's it good that I can't afford the medication?
You lost
How's that
24
good?
pounds. You lost
Because
24
I'm
pounds.
going to put right back on.
Why are you saying that? Why are you instantly?
Because I can't afford the medication. Because I can't afford the medication. Because I can't afford the medication.
Why can't you afford the medication?
Because I lost my fucking job.
No, you sold your part of your job.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you chose to
you're
do that.
getting money for that.
Which I need for mortgage, but I can't make YouTube videos. I can't live stream. I can't even sell my cards
Have
and
you tried
whatnot
make-
anymore.
Have you tried making
I'm
YouTube
banned
videos?
from the internet. Remember, Keem? I'm banned from the internet. You don't let me do shit. You told me I'm not allowed to do shit.
That's
I can't even sell my cards on whatnot. I
That's-
can't even tweet. I can't even fucking post. I can't post my girlfriend's fucking OnlyFans. I can't do shit.
Well, the
He's
reason
gonna come slap you.
Wait, his girlfriend has an OnlyFans? Why do I not know this? Bro, I'm going to look that shit up later, dude. I'm going to get one of those ugly crankouts. Every now and then, you just want to see somebody that's just messed up looking. Let's go. Let's do If I see Boogie's gut in any of it, I'm going to be turning it off, though. Mike Dobson says, I guess all that running I do, I should have just taken the meds, drop 100 pounds. Yep. 100%. Nuclear Andy. Make sure you guys like the stream in honor of Boogie's girlfriend's OnlyFans. What's up, Hypnotic? How you doing, buddy? Congrats on 50,000 subs, dude. That's momentous.
When you do that,
But listen to me. The reason why I banned you from the internet is because there has to be punishments. And if you do these punishments, I think the internet
The
will.
punishment's going to make sure I don't have
Let
enough
me
money.
finish.
to pay
Let
for
me
fucking
finish what I'm
anything.
saying. I think when you go through these punishments, the internet will not forgive you, but allow you to exist again.
Right, homelessness. Right, I'll be fucking homeless, but it'll be great because I'm living off $2,000 a month. You're giving me almost $2,000 a month.
I'm going to kick you off if you keep interrupting me because I can't make my point. This
No,
is
'cause
what
your
you do
point-
on the phone. This is what you do on the phone.
Yes.
I'm trying to create a scenario in which you can have a return to benefit you.
I don't want it. I'm sorry.
You don't want to return? You don't want to make money?
Right now, the only thing I want is just not to be in constant misery.
Okay,
That's
then
increased.
listen to me and trust me.
Then do it. I don't understand what he's saying. Then do it. Then start doing it. Start working towards that.
I broke my fucking headphones.
okay, you know what else is gonna happen? Your light's gonna get turned out too if you don't keep making some of this
I
money.
understand. When I don't make any more money, my lights are going to get turned out. I understand.
You
understand.
obviously don't.
I'm not
because
allowed to
you-
sell cards on whatnot. I can't post anything to YouTube. I can't live stream. Trust me, my lights get turned off next month. I will remember that. I'll remember that it was a punishment. When we were all sitting here in the dark, I'll remember it was a punishment. I'll remember it was a punishment. That's a fair punishment.
Can you take a break and can we talk to Tessie real quick?
I'd rather not. She's miserable enough right now. She doesn't need your shit.
Well, that's why I'm trying to check out. Like, are you like,
Why is she miserable? Look, dude, she's not like a bad looking chick. She's not like great looking, but she's not a bad looking chick. She could easily find like a decently attractive dude that's like 25. She doesn't have to be with rotten fruit guy. The fat smell? God, that fat smell is rough. I hate that fat smell.
like this all day long, freaking out like this?
No, it's only when you're doing this shit to me. That's pretty much it. The rest of the day, I'm just quiet. I play video games.
Anything to you, bro. Stop saying I'm doing shit to you.
Again, Keem isn't doing anything. You every choice that you're regretting now is something that you made. Like you didn't have to sell your part of the show to him.
Yes,
You
I
didn't
did. He told me I had to. He told me I
Why
had
did you have to? Why'd you have to?
He told me to. I don't know.
Well, but-
I just listened to the man. I just listened to the man. He said I had to sell it, so I sold it. I just listened to him.
Well, to be fair, he did have to sell me the shares because I fired him, and that made me look like a liar to the internet because he still owned a part of it. So I had to buy him. And I
Right.
told him the
Sign
same
this piece of
thing.
paper.
I go,
Sign
I'm
a
not-
fucking piece of paper. He said, "Do this." I fucking do this. That's it. Keem isn't fucking shot. He has fucking
That's
control.
not how the conversation went, Boogie. Come on.
I understand, but that's why I do what I do. You told me that I had to sell my
I
shares.
didn't finesse him. I didn't finesse him. I
No,
did
it's not you
finesse him.
finessing me. It's just you told me I had to do it, so I just did it. I did it. I didn't negotiate with you. I didn't try to negotiate.
Yeah. Blackie Chan says, "Why is he back on? I thought he was fired." Yeah, he was fired on stream. But what is the fat smell? You don't want to know. All fat people smell a certain way. It's just something you know. It's just something you know. If you know, you know. But he was fired, and Keem brought him right back on, probably because 20K concurrent.
Negotiate a single dime out of you? No, I didn't. I took what you offered. I didn't argue. I didn't say shit. I just signed it and I moved on. Jordy's over here telling me I should have taken 5 times what I fucking got. But I told him I just
of course it's wings. Wings, of course it's wings.
I just took what I was offered.
I'm surprised Wings didn't tell you your share was worth 200K. To be honest.
No, I was basing it off what we make a year.
Well,
like, would you sell Drama Alert based off what you make a year on it?
no, I'd sell it for way more.
Right, that's the point. like that's the point. Like,
Look,
basing off what a year is, like that's
look,
being conservative.
I wasn't going to cut Boogie any checks. I really fired him, right? You know, the money was going to get split up between the 3 of us moving forward. But to be fair to Boogie, technically he did own 25%. So I didn't want him fucked over. I didn't want me to be a liar to the internet.
Did I fight with you? And ask me, did I fight with you? Did I negotiate with you?
No,
did
I did what I thought.
You had told me to do it, and I just fucking did it.
I did what I thought was fair to everyone, and I just bought his shares. I thought that was the most fair thing to do. Because obviously you got
Boogie's not going to say no to the money either. Keep in mind, that's why it was so silly when he was like, "I won't take 80 grand to show my diagnosis," because he never had it. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Cody Forrester, what happened? Where Wings is cool, calm, and likable? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell happened? Why is Wings so normal now and like the voice of reason? How did Wings become the voice of reason? You know, Cody. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you.
Guys, you and Tommy only like when I have interest in the show. When I say, "Hey, I'm sitting back and you guys take the show," you fucking quit. When I said I was fucking not doing the live streams anymore, because you know it's important. You know, not to
you're an important part of the show.
Exactly, to be on camera, which I was never supposed to be. So I feel like I should get at least half of the show.
Well, now it's just you two.
That's why I have no issue with it. I have no issue with it. But like my thing is like, and don't look at it this way. When I say Boogie didn't have to sell the part of the show, he didn't have to sell part of the show.
Yeah, but
this comment says, "I noticed he has no self-harm scars." Yeah, he claims his self-harm is him eating, which is another way to avoid accountability.
Somebody in the chat said the best thing. He goes, "Keem didn't want to pull a PK on Boogie." That is exactly what was running through my mind. And Boogie, do you remember this? I said, it's always bothered me how PKA never brought Wings back and how they just cut ties with him. That bothers me, and I cannot fucking do that.
They did worse than that. They cultivated my trolling. Like, they spent months building it up and highlighting it and everything else. And
so if Boogie was really going to be off the show, I felt like I had to buy his shares. Like, that was the right thing to do. I didn't think that you and Tommy would ever be willing to fucking give up money to buy his fucking share. I didn't think that at all. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just trying. You guys don't understand. I am stuck in such a shitty situation. No decision can I make without getting insane criticism. When I fired him, I got insane criticism. When people thought that I lied about firing him because he was still getting a check, I got insane criticism. I am in the worst situation. This mother.
We're going to skip to where Mudahar joins, and that's when they start really diving into his whole deal with him lying about his abuse. Sad Lad Chad says, "I've never seen such a fake person in my life. He's so unlikable, and it's all an act. If he really acted like an adult, he might get some respect." Last chat for tonight. Hope I can get on your car someday. Hell yeah, baby. We'll make it happen, Sad Lad. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much for your orange boy. You're the man. His eating isn't self-harm. It's self-indulgence. Yeah. It's being able to not say no to something, you know? Gotcha, son. Naked Snake. Let's go. We're there, by the way. Thank you so much, Gotcha, son, for another super chat from my boy. Thank you so much, dude. You the man. Peter Brady. I went from 247 and down to 219. Goals 180. Don't need medication. Drinking more water. Clean a diet. Hit the gym. That's all you got to do, man. That's all you have to do. The thing is, man, once you get down to like 200, like if you're 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, once you get down to 200, that shit gets it starts getting to where you have to go like pro levels of dieting to get down further. That's what separates the boys from the men. Been there. It's hard. Usually what I'll do is I'll diet until my abs come back, take a picture, and then I'm done. That's usually how it works. We did Daytona. We did the Daytona test, and as soon as I got to the Daytona test, I was like, all right, I'm done. Because I had been like almost 3 months, and I'm like, fuck, I'm done. I gotta focus on racing. Thank you, Peter Brady. I love you. We are there. We are now 450 from Fight Milk for the first time in forever. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We hit Naked Snake. Congratulations, everybody. There we go.
Motherfucker had me thinking he was going to kill himself, and I had to call the cops. Like, this is not fun for me. This is just annoying. Like, it's great to have fucking 20,000 live concurrent viewers here.
Me and my silver spoon in my mouth, right? That's
All right, here we go. Mudahar is here.
It doesn't like, listen, curry didn't do anything to me. Fucking hot chips didn't do anything to me. I just don't like them. It's okay if I don't like something. Sometimes you just don't like somebody, and that's okay.
You just don't like me because I'm fucking
racist?
looking through you like
There's a lot of other.
Why did you
people.
mention curry?
I know. Are you racist? Why'd you mention curry?
There's very
What the
few,
fuck?
there's very few foods I don't like. They tend to be spicy, so curry's the first one that popped in my mind. I also mentioned hot chips. Are Indians famous for their hot chips? If so, I didn't know that. It's just a food. It's just a food I don't like.
Why are you equating me to food? Do you do that with everything?
Yeah.
Not a food.
When Boogie came over here, he was asking me about spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna and pizza.
Sometimes you just don't like a thing, and that's okay.
Boogie's an amazing person.
I'm sure Mudahar and his family love people, and I love him. And
Oh yeah, me and my silver spoon in my mouth, right? That's what you keep bringing up every time we talk.
I think you were born wealthy, weren't you? If I'm mistaken.
No, actually, I'm an immigrant.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
would know.
You want to know what's really interesting? Boogie says he doesn't like spicy foods, and that just makes me like dislike Boogie a little bit more. Because he's just he's one of those white people that can't even eat freaking buffalo sauce. Ugh. Be a man. Dude, my favorite thing on earth is ghost pepper fucking wings. Or the Reaper, dude, they used to have some Carolina Reaper wings down the road. It was so good. So good. I love that shit. It's like my favorite thing on earth. And then you have white dudes. I don't like spicy. I'm like, you are a man. You are a full-grown adult man, and you're over here. I don't like spicy. I don't like it. It burns me in my mouth. It burns, and I don't like it because it burns me. I don't like being burned in my mouth. It's too spicy. I hate you. I hate you, Kayla Vakuya. I want lemon pepper wings, but make sure they're not spicy. Ban anybody in the chat that doesn't like spicy right now. Super AJS has went from 250 to 170. It's possible. Much love, dude. Hell yeah. Congratulations, buddy. Ha. Yes. I'm just kidding, everybody in the chat. Jesus. Calm down. Calm down.
That if you actually watched my content.
Yeah, I don't really. I used to back in the day, but I never watch any.
Another lie. Another, back in the day, I didn't just stop mentioning I was an immigrant. I mean, that's pretty common knowledge.
I just watch your takes on gaming, but it's okay.
Yeah, the rage baiting you claim. Do you have any example of that? It's been a few days. You play video games all day. You should be able to dig something out.
No.
So what is the next goal for you here? What are you going to do now? Are you going to fucking figure out how to get your shit together as a person?
Probably not.
No, you should though. Why? This is a great listen. You
Well,
might be at the bottom of the barrel. Let me talk. You might be at the bottom of the barrel right now, but this is a great reset in your fucking life because you're on ground zero.
I'm gonna have liar written across my face. That'll really help me get a day job. Y'all.
I would not let you do it on your forehead.
So Boogie, they were discussing if Boogie should get a liar tattooed on his forehead.
Cheek, like underneath an eye or something. Forehead's too much. That's
It's still gonna make it real hard to get a day job, but let's go.
Well, you're not going to get a day job.
You're not planning to get a day job though. What do you mean now? Now you're going to look for a gig?
Yeah, Boogie would quite literally rather live in like in a ditch than go to work at a day job. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the lap of luxury for way too long. Way too long.
Gig? The whole cancer thing on the internet, by the way,
Isn't that what you
eliminates
guys-
your ability to get the day job.
Isn't
That's
that what you
done.
guys have been screaming at me for years? Oh, it was done years ago.
You're just manipulating
me,
us now. You're manipulating us right now by saying you're never going to be able to get a job. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You did a whole documentary where you can't get a job because you're a fucking felon, because you're fat, and because you're fucking crippled. Stop manipulating us. We know you can't get a job. This is your only chance, and you're going to fucking take it. You're going to take it, and you're going to win. You're actually going to fucking thrive like you've been thriving for the last fucking 20 years. But this time you're going to do it under fucking honesty and not lies and manipulation. And hey,
Dude, that's the same thing I'm saying. You have a chance to like do something really big. You know, Boogie's YouTube channel might go nuclear if he was honest. If he was honest, his channel might go nuclear. If he took a break for a year, lost 200 pounds, changed his life in several different ways for the better, and came back to the internet, he would probably go nuclear and be the biggest he's ever been on the internet. Because everybody likes a success story, but he won't do it. He'd rather just sit there and cry and be like, I'm never going to improve. I'm going to just die. I'm going to die. Dramatically. I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? And also, yeah, it's probably going to be hard getting a job being 500 pounds. Why? Why do I say that? When I was multi-unit at a district manager at Walmart. I was a store manager at GameStop for 11 years. Well, 8 years, but I was there 11 years. And I would not, unless I was forced to, I would not hire a person that was 500 pounds. Because the reason they're 500 pounds is the reason they're 500 pounds. They're going to lean against the counter or sit somewhere, and they're not going to do shit. And I've had a couple of them work for me, and they literally did that. They sat there or leaned on something and did not do shit. Because it's fucking hard to move around. You know, they got to being that weight somehow, and it wasn't by running around doing shit. And usually, if you're like that, you know, in your physical life, you're like that in your personal and your mental life too. You're shady. You're kind of a backstabber. You talk out of your ass. You're a compulsive liar. Usually these people hold these values. Not always, obviously, but most of the time. You didn't get that way from having any self-control. If you lack self-control in one area, you likely lack self-control in a lot of them. Texas Red. I love eating ghost pepper hot wings. My booty hole doesn't like disposing them, though. My ass gets used to it. If I go on a diet and like I come back from the diet and I eat some hot wings, yeah, the first time I eat it, my ass will kind of be sizzly. But after that, I get used to it really fast. Thank you, Texas Red. The freaking, Hattie's Nashville chicken in the airport, in the Nashville airport. I fly out of Nashville like at least twice a month. Woo! Hattie's hot wings. I get the hottest ones. Oh, they're so good. They change my life every time I eat them. I'm like, oh, I even wear my Hattie's hot chicken shirt every time I go.
Hey guys, I'm the Mr. Rogers of fucking YouTube, and I love you so much. No, you're gonna be fucking real for once in your fucking life, and you're gonna fucking win. No more fucking L's. You're gonna stack the W's so fucking high that people forget all these fucking L's that have laid to your fucking face over the last fucking decade. Do you understand me? Get motivated. Do something. You lost 24 fucking pounds, and all you can think about in your fat head is how you're gonna gain the weight back instead of being fucking grateful and excited, looking at the fucking future. We're gonna fucking lose more. Oh my God, I don't have the drug more. You've never needed the drug. You've never needed crutches. You've had the power within you to fucking succeed from the very beginning. Your fat fucking disabled ass became a fucking millionaire. Did you forget about that? On YouTube for a decade.
I was never a millionaire.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were worth over $1 million. Your entire net worth. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Are you dissociating like for the last few days?
Yes.
How do you know you're dissociating? People are dissociating. I have no idea they're dissociating. How do you diagnose yourself with this kind of stuff on a fly?
I don't know, from therapists and therapy.
From therapy that he doesn't go to, by the way. Look, dude. Look. If you and look, I know this is not. I'm not generalizing. Yeah, Spoonless Valkyrie, you're right there with me. I agree with you. Yeah, right there. Look, I'm gonna be real. Boogie has an opportunity here to change everything. And he will not take it. He has the biggest opportunity out of everybody on the internet. He's the most hated person on the internet for good reason. Look, I know there's people right now that are getting freaking lolcowed to the moon, like Nick Rekieta and a lot of people. I get it. Boogie's actually like he's out there getting caught on stream every day, just lying about everything. You know, he's just right out in the open doing it. He's in a position, and he's also fucking got a lot of problems. He's in the position to fix all this shit. It might take over a year, but he's in that position, right? He could become so big from this. Lose weight, better yourself, change yourself, but he won't. And then he self-diagnoses. Look, dude. Look. Yeah, Nat Chloe, exactly. Ricada has 2 ladies, and he's not fat. He's already winning. He's why won't he just say it though? You know, that's the thing with me. I'm like, there's like a picture released at a convention or something, and it's like the defense is, oh, well, you're just mad that I go out and do activities. And I'm like, no. Or I think they're mad because you're acting like this isn't a thing. Like you don't have a girlfriend. Like, and we don't know this. And no one knows you have a girlfriend right now. Right here out in the open. Like, just say you are fucking 2 women and you're a badass, and everybody will be like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I don't know. I think it's weird. Anyways, that's completely unrelated. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm fucking a lot of bitches. But he self-diagnoses, and I see this a lot. Now, look, I got a disclaimer. When I was 27, 28, I was on Tinder, like the dating app, every single day, you know, and I was hanging out with a lot of girls every single day, like for 2 years, probably easily over 100. And a lot of these white girls, they're all, look, I'm in Alabama, okay? There was a few girls from different denominations, but they're mostly white girls. And a lot of them would just talk about how they have anxiety, ADHD, and they have bipolar disorders, and they're manic and all these things. And I'm like, oh. And I would notice this pattern. So I'd be like, oh, when did you diagnose yourself with these things? Or when did you get diagnosed? And they're like, oh, well, I just, I haven't been officially diagnosed yet. And I'm like, oh, so they're all just self-diagnosing to avoid accountability, right? That's exactly what Boogie's doing right here. I don't for a second believe Boogie has ever been diagnosed with one of these disorders unless he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's self-diagnosing and making all of it up to avoid any accountability. That's what I'm thinking.
See,
yeah, but a therapist would tell you you're not even dissociating. You just keep bringing up random shit all the time.
Okay.
When in reality, why aren't you live stream? Why aren't you making fucking content? Is it because Keem and you have a special deal or something where he said you can't do it?
No, he wasn't making it before that, Muta. But you're right. He is banned from the internet. That's part of his punishment of social media. But he wasn't making content before that.
Yeah, so why didn't you make any content or live streams beforehand?
I did. I made 2 videos a week on my YouTube.
2 videos a week doesn't do fuck all. Why aren't you doing a daily upload or 2 uploads a day?
I don't know.
YouTube isn't my job, yet I still fucking actually upload every day. How the fuck are you not doing it? This is your job, yet you do it 2 times a week.
Yeah. I was doing
not yeah. What are you doing?
Like, I was doing this 3 days a week as well. So, but
no. Let's explain the fucking effort to the audience. He has to show his ass up, hit fucking record, and upload a file somewhere. That's not fucking work, okay? That's just showing up to a podcast. That's me going to a fucking meeting every day at work and just saying, all right, that's me fucking, what a hard thing for me to do. No, I got to do several of these podcasts every fucking day of my life. It's not the hardest thing in the world.
I mean,
why aren't you uploading content?
I'm so sick of seeing you get fucking angry about losing, but you're not angry. You're not getting angry about fucking winning. You should be angry about winning. I'm going to fucking win. I'm going to succeed. Like, where's that? Why can't you just make that shift?
Yeah.
It's so simple. You got a fucking house. You got a house. You got a fucking girlfriend. You got dogs. You got all these people that love you and care about you. Who cares that the whole internet is screaming, oh my God, he faked cancer? Because at the end of the day, you fucking did. Own it. Man the fuck up.
After the whole cancer fucking first drop happened and you went off the internet for like 72 hours, what did you do for those 3 days? What were you doing?
I sat in a chair.
What did
you do in that chair? What were you doing in that chair? Were you playing video games?
Sometimes I watch the TV show.
No, you were playing video games most of the time because I pulled up your fucking Xbox Live profile and you were playing fucking Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So why the fuck didn't you just stream that shit?
Me and Desi play that off and on all day. She's gotten actually really good at it.
How the fuck are you both playing? It's a 1 game. Were you switching off the controller or something?
Yes.
Okay, then why the fuck don't you stream it? I don't understand.
Dude, I'm like that. I feel really bad when I play video games and I don't stream them. I feel like I'm wasting time. It's kind of sucky. It kind of makes me sad, actually. Mary Capola says, late to the party, what are their streams content known for? Also, Robin Williams, perfect example of someone least expected to self-delete. Congratulations. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you. Well, all these guys were kind of like, they would cover pop culture, especially Keem. Boogie mainly covered games, and Wings was like a Call of Duty streamer. He's still a streamer today. And Muda is a like pop culture, like everything commentator. And this podcast just came together because all these people had lost their careers by being dumbasses. So Keemstar brought them all together to basically make a podcast about these guys. And it's just going off the rails. Thank you, Mary, by the way. Satellite Chad says, I got diagnosed with anxiety after I almost crashed my car, having a panic attack. I thought I was a stroke, ended up in the ER. Hey, I've had a panic attack before. Only one, and I was driving. I pulled over. I think there was extenuating circumstances, though. Thank you, Satellite. I appreciate that, dude. Oh, man. Why drink Monster if you're trying to be healthy? I'm not trying to be healthy. Healthy and losing weight and bodybuilding is not mutually exclusive.
Because number one, I have no desire to right now. Number two, I was told
But you need to make the money. You want to keep your house, right?
I was told I can't. So
Not at that point. Not at that point. No.
When this first thing dropped, as far as I knew, he told me to stay entirely off the internet. I put out one tweet after that first show, and he told me that was it. I'm not allowed to do anything else.
So wait, hold on a minute. When you when the first whole wave happened and you left the internet and privated your account, that was actually Keem telling you to private everything?
No, he
No, I privated on my own. Yeah, I thought it was a really good idea.
I'm saying during that
What was
period,
wrong
you were
with
just sitting there playing video games. Why didn't you just stream?
I mean, I also went to a doctor's appointment.
Can we just wait?
The
Can
doctor's
we be?
appointment, why the fuck didn't you-
Can we be real about this? Because like the timeline's getting all fucked up. When's the last time you actually streamed? Like months and months and months ago. Let's be real. Months ago.
No, it was
It wasn't
less than,
months.
it was less than 3 weeks before all of this stuff started.
Yeah, he streamed right before the trip.
3 weeks
before we were out.
before
It's
this
been
started.
about a week before it started. Sounds like. But to be fair, I only live stream about once or twice a month because it's about all I can handle.
See,
It's
told
very-
you he wasn't live streaming once or twice a month.
It's
Hold on,
very.
do you not
very
have mods? Like I have a much more toxic fan base than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, but the problem is internally, it's just very difficult. I have said some very stupid things on live stream, and
He's going the Destiny route. He's going the Destiny route, isn't he? Oh, he's going the Destiny route where he can't handle streaming because streaming's just so hard. Bro, look, streaming's the easiest thing on earth. Streaming is the easiest thing on earth. It is the easiest job. Well, relatively speaking. I mean, there's probably easier shit out there. But I've done a lot of shit, and streaming's easily the best. Now, is it, draining? Sure. Every job's draining to some degree, but I would rather not do anything else. Racing's way harder. I have to get up at like 7 a.m. for like 3 days and then drive or fly all day, 2 of those days, practice all day in 100-degree weather, almost pass out every damn race because it's so hot in the freaking car, drive my ass off for 200 laps, sweating my balls off, stressed out to the max, going 190 miles an hour. That's much harder, in my opinion. Streaming just sitting here, dude. Drain these nuts, Art. Absolutely silly. Sad Lad says, bought one of your race t-shirts and forgot because I was so drunk. Looking forward to the shirt. Also lied about being my last super chat. Hey, thank you, my friend. I love you. Thank you for buying one of my shirts, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I've sold over 100 of them now, finally. So there was like 5 people at the race at IRP, all in a group that had my shirts on in the stands. They were waving at me. It was awesome, dude. I really like to see that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Nat Close says, as a streamer, you can hide your chat or ignore it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, Dan, don't start with me with the nipples being below his elbows. You're killing me.
after I compared the people who were harassing me to rapists and Nazis, since then I've never really been able to come back.
Bro, you faked cancer. Nothing you say in a live stream is ever going to top that. You might as well just fucking stream. What?
Okay.
This is what,
I just want to say somebody in the chat keeps on like spamming over and over. Keem is using him for views. No shit. This is Lol Live. Welcome to the first time here. This is your first time here. Oh wait, you're a fucking member, so you already know that. Congrats.
I just don't see how Boogie can not like live stream. Like I'm a fat waste of space myself, and I ain't managed to live
Because I
stream 5 or
despise
6
it.
days a
Because
week.
I hate it. Because it is
I
extremely
hate you too,
emotionally
motherfucker. You know what I hate less though?
What?
Not being able to eat, not being able to see because the lights are turned out.
Yeah.
I don't even have a house payment. My house is paid
Don't
for.
you have don't you have that 20-year-old girl to fucking support your fucking roommate, and you're not working?
I mean,
Yeah.
both my roommates kick in, and I've told you this several times. And then
Wait, Chad pays the rent for the place now? I thought he was just doing housework.
no, he kicks in. He saves us a tremendous amount of money every month.
What does that mean? Like he pays your mortgage off, or like what?
He does pay some of the bills sometimes. But on top of that, he does all of the yard work and all of the housework and all of the handyman stuff that I otherwise would have to hire somebody to do. And so at the end of the day, he saves us a tremendous amount of money and also pays bills.
Okay, so why aren't you still? Do you want to keep your house? Like, I want to be like upfront. Or you want to keep the house?
I don't really care anymore.
So
I
then
just-
fucking sell the house and move downsize, I guess.
We're working on it. I got an offer on my arcade machines. I'm going to sell them for 2,000. That's the first step. Magic Collection's getting picked up this week, so that's good too.
I wanted to keep the house like 6 months ago because it was a good fucking deal or some shit.
I did.
He's gonna-
And
all
the
that
money
is
that I make is going to go towards keeping this house for as long as we can because it's just a financial sound investment. Because I'm at 7 years.
You know what?
Let me finish a sentence if it's okay. I'm 7 years. I'm 7 years. Well, if it's okay, I'm 7 years into a 15-year mortgage now, so I'm gaining a large amount of equity every month. I believe it's about $700 out of the $2,100 mortgage, and then I have somebody helping kick in, then I have somebody help pays the bills. So realistically, when I go back to renting for $1,400 a month, but we have actually, and I'm excited.
Sick of hearing about this fucking mortgage that you clearly can pay every month. There is no fucking issue.
God, he's the size of fucking. Look at he's like shaped like a basketball, dude. When I saw Boogie 2 years ago, he was like 150 pounds less than this, man. It is crazy how much he's ballooned back up. Check out what Ryan Fourier tweeted. Big if true. Let's check it out. We're checking it out. Let's do it. Ryan Fourier. I spell it wrong? I definitely spelled it wrong. Fournier. Oh, I forgot the N. Ryan Fournier. What is this? Better be something good. Better be something good now. 23. Is it 23 minutes ago? He says, hearing that Joe Biden is in hospice care and unlikely to survive the night. I'm terrified for this country. Big if true. Big if true. I don't know. I mean, why not? I mean, he is like 9,000 years old. It could be possible, but I guess I'll believe it when I see it, you know. We're going to skip to where Medicare joins in because Medicare is going to start pressing him on the fake abuse, and that's what I want to get into. Because the rest is just him talking about his goofy ass mortgage and shit.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, I was like, I just heard a rev in the fucking driveway. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought someone was
Let's
going to
drive a Tesla. Teslas don't rev.
No, it's a Mustang.
Can you guys hear me?
Hi, Jim.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Medicare on the line. Okay, it's time to go over Boogie's abuse story and the inconsistencies with a lot of the statements made throughout the years.
Well, first let me say that I'm not super familiar with his abuse story. Moody, you said that there was a thread. Can you
Give him the thread.
Let's just bullet point this. Let's go through the whole thing.
Put it in the chat.
And Medicare, just so you know, any reference
I heard. So I'll stay away from the
sisters kind
sibling,
of off limits. Yeah,
because like he said, she was a victim too, and I don't feel comfortable bringing her into it. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second while I pull this up.
Well, she
Actually,
screamed at you, right?
if it's okay, my brother, I don't know if he'll be mentioned in there, and he shouldn't be at all. But also, he is a sexual abuse survivor, and I don't think his story's ever in public or anything, and I don't think we should get into that.
You know what Boogie reminds me of? He reminds me of the 600-pound live show, where at the beginning of the show, they're like, the reason why I'm so fat is because my father touched me. And now I just eat food to hide the pain. And I'm like, what fucking pain are you talking about? What pain? I'm so confused. No, I just eat. What about all the other people that are survivors and they don't eat? Sounds like you're just using it as an excuse to fucking eat, man. You know?
If there's a speculation in there. So my brother and my sister, I'd like both left out.
So let me just start with a few things before we even get into the subject proper.
Sure.
The last time I was on this stream, I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to be as
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
generous as I could be when it came to the cancer stuff. You know, Destiny come in, he made these claims, you refuted the claims. I was a little confused because people were putting up good money. I know Mood is here right now. You'd said that you didn't trust him. Oh, he's a liar. He would never put the money up. He's this
I still don't think he
thieving
would.
bastard who just.
Why wouldn't I put the money up? Wait, why would I not put the money up? Explain it. What, you think I don't have it?
No, I know you have it. I just don't feel like you would ever give that to me.
If you had the evidence, bro,
I think you would have moved
I
it.
swear on my mother's life, you would have made.
Well, you also said that if I get the bone density test and it proves it, you would not give it that.
No, I never said that. Don't fucking
Oh.
rewrite history.
Okay, so if I get the bone density test, I get 70 grand.
No, you don't get fucking anything.
That
You're supposed
ship
to prove
sailed.
that day you had
Okay.
cancer.
All right.
Well, I mean, so this is what I'm confused. I mean, like, you know, we started this off and you got offered a lot of money. You wouldn't take it. It was confusing to me. As time went on, a lot of stuff. I mean, I remember vividly on that stream and the follow-up streams, you were showing off your phone saying, look, here, I got it. I've got proof. It's on my portal. Look, Desi says it's on my portal. I think that's her name, right? You know, it's on my portal, and it wasn't. And you admitted later on that it wasn't. That was fabricated. You didn't have that information.
Yeah, it's not on the portal. Yeah.
So, I mean, from my perspective, you've been going for 2 years talking about this cancer thing.
Sure.
You've had your colleagues and associates, people you talk to, you've been probably telling them the same thing you've been telling your audience. So if you can keep a lie up that consistently, about something that seriously.
The only lie I told, everything else has been true. But Dr.
The only lie you told is a fucking whopper,
hold on.
buddy.
Again, to make it clear though, the lie I told was that it was not on my portal, and I did that because I was trying to people.
Well, just based off my memory.
But the reality of it is I've still been treated for this for 2 years. I'll continue to be treated for another.
No, you've been treated for a condition. You said that it was cancer. Then you told these guys, and I remember this from the stream. Well, he didn't actually say cancer. I had to Google it. And then
the sleep doctor originally did not.
Why would a sleep doctor diagnose you, but an oncologist?
He did not diagnose you.
So who gave you the diagnosis? A hematologist? An oncologist?
General practitioner.
So your GP gave you the diagnosis of cancer, not an oncologist or a hematologist.
And it's not a diagnosis. He just told me that I had signs of it in my blood.
Okay, so there you go. There you go.
Right. So again, that's a different than I have cancer. But what my point is for 2 years you've kept this up. So now we're getting into something that's more heavy, right? Everybody in this chat agrees. Everybody on the internet agrees. It's a heavy subject to talk about.
And it's interesting because I've not been able to keep it up. I've constantly changed on this one. So I think it's.
So my question, I don't even care. My question to you is, why is it anybody should even give you the benefit of the doubt from the start?
Before you even came on the stream, I said everyone's just going to say I'm lying anyway. It doesn't matter. This is just humiliation porn, but we'll do it. I don't care.
Well, I from my perspective, I don't blame Keem at all. I've seen Keem get a lot of crap for the last couple of days. Oh, this is fake. Oh, how could he do this? Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's P.T. Barnum. He's got this show that he's trying to run.
Yep, and
you dropped a big bomb on this guy by faking this cancer crap. And now we're getting into this stuff about abuse.
Yep.
So why don't you tell me, before we even get into the thread, why don't you tell me just the basics? And you can leave out the people you don't want to talk about. I'm fine with that. But just the basics of what your actual claims are. Because I'm going to read through this, and they're going to have screen caps of stuff you've said. So you tell me right now what the real story is when it comes to the abuse you suffered.
So through talking to my family and having a better understanding of what happened. When it comes to my mom, she wanted to make sure that I never left her. She wanted to make sure that I never was sexually attracted to other people. And that's one of the reasons she fed me wrong on purpose. We've talked about that before. Part of that was to...
No, can you expand on that? When you say fed you wrong, what do you mean?
She put the wrong foods into me and then forced me to eat them.
No, what I'm saying is like actually physically sat you down and force fed you. She just made you fatty foods. What do you mean?
No, she gaslighted me. She's like, everybody eats this way, Steve. This is how everybody eats, right? Everybody eats pizza. Everybody eats all this. You want to? And I'm like, why don't we eat the way they do on television, Mom? And they're like, well, nobody actually eats like that.
Was your brother?
But no, even from start. So you're trying to say that one of the aspects of the abuse you suffered as a child was your mother gave you pizza?
No, she would give me no healthy alternatives and encourage me to overeat on purpose.
Yeah, but your brother's not overweight, Boogie. Did you?
No, because she did. Right, she didn't do that to him. She didn't.
Right, but you didn't look as a child like, well, my brother doesn't eat like I eat. Why is that?
I don't know. I was a child.
You just like
didn't occur to me.
Did she dress up as the Noid? Like shove it down your throat?
I told you Jim would be able to make it funny. I told you you'd be able to.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna run with it. I get it. They're walking on eggshells. I don't care.
Yeah, no. I like dark humor. I told Mutter, I'm like,
and you're gonna love this conversation. So she fed you wrong, as in she gave you unhealthy stuff.
Yes, and provided no alternatives, and then like encouraged overeating.
And was it just you or anybody else? Was it just specifically singled out to you?
Just specifically me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My sister and my brother are actually very fit people. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So continue. So one of the things is just bad dietary guidance, I guess we'd say. Okay.
Right.
Keep going.
And so along with the mental, emotional, and physical abuse, or sexual abuse from her, and it involved getting upset whenever I would see adult stuff on television.
Okay, here we go into this. So I do want to point something out, and there's some legitimacy to things he's saying, not personally for him, but for other people. Yeah, I mean the eating patterns that your parents instill on you are very, very important. My parents, hey, dude, I grew up really poor in a trailer park. My parents were feeding me mac and cheese and ramen and shit and like soda. So obviously I was an overweight kid, and I don't blame them at all for that, because as soon as I was able to like understand conscious thought when I was a teenager, I started dieting. And then in my 20s, I started bodybuilding. And I'm not 50 saying my mommy and daddy gave me mac and cheese, and that's why I'm still fat today. It's insane. Once you're an adult and you're in your 20s, you no longer can say my mom and dad made me fat. Your mom and dad have been dead for 20 years. Like eventually the accountability is going to need to land on your shoulders. But this is a constant trend with Boogie, a constant trend with the Boog. It's just how it works. I thought I saw something pop up. What's up, Ty Gallagher? Hey, dude. How you doing? Puddles0294. How you doing, baby? All right. Anyways,
or for having erections, or for
how did his mom know when he had an erection? Mom, look at my penis. That's weird. Don't show your mom your penis. Donna, Scrapbook update just started your Dover race. I should get done, of course, after the Toledo race. I can't wait to show it to you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much. Donna Egbert. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Donna, ooh.
Talking about women.
And what age is this, by the way? Like, can you give us a time frame?
The abuse really started when I was about 8.
Okay.
The food stuff had started before then.
Okay.
But the sexual abuse really only started about 8 or 9. It was after Dad got sick.
Okay.
Yeah. And so once Dad had his stroke, she kind of lost the plot. And that's where the stuff came in. I think also in retrospect, based on the things that she said before she died, a lot of it was to keep me from moving out or keeping from moving on. On my 25th birthday, she told me that she fed me wrong on purpose so that I would never meet a girl and I'd never leave her because I was supposed to stay with her forever.
And how long?
I don't want to interrupt, but this is
go ahead.
like the family retelling to you about your own the stuff that happened to you.
They've clarified a few things, but no, most of this is from my memory. They weren't at the dinner when Mom.
No, I think Woody's got a point. Didn't you say this was a family?
Yeah, this was his mother on her deathbed stating that she fed him.
No, that was my mother on my 25th birthday. She didn't die till 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how long you lived with your mother for? How long?
Till I was 18. I had to come home for summers during school and winter breaks.
So right there, after 18, you can no longer blame your parents. You can no longer blame your parents. I'm sorry, you just can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. By the way, 100 likes away from the goal. Make sure you hit that like. Give it a little kiss on the penis. 380 from Fight Milk in Super Chats. We already have 2 new names on the car for, I think, Elko Motor Speedway is where we're going to put the new names on. And I'll post a picture on Twitter of the names from my RP, by the way, because I forgot because I'm a bad person.
During school. So, I mean, I often say I was there for 20 years, but realistically, I moved into a dorm room in the fall that I turned 18.
Okay, and so with your mother, we'll just stick with her for the moment. So the food abuse stuff, we'll get to that. All right, but
so the sexual abuse would
keep going. Yeah.
So her punishments would involve just making the physical abuse of a sexual nature. So she would grab my nipples, twist my nipples whenever she was angry. That was very common. I can't handle anybody like brushing against my breasts at all. It's very triggering. And then she would grab
no. Oh my God, this is a lie. This is a lie. I grabbed Boogie's titties when I met him. And he was like, woo! And we fucking sat down and ate hot wings and French fries and drank. And I slapped his titties all the time. Why did he not say, hey man, don't slap my titties, that's triggering? I'd be like, oh dude, I'm sorry. And I wouldn't have slapped his titties ever again. Bro, I slapped his titties like 500 times. He slapped my titties, if I recall. Yeah, he grabbed my titty. This motherfucker. We were at the Southeast Game Exchange, and he grabbed my chest and was like, bro, your pecs are fucking badass. How dare this man talk about he don't like his titties getting touched. This motherfucker grabbed my rock hard pecs. He grabbed my pecs and was like, dude, your pecs. He did it like fucking 20 times. This motherfucker. How could you, Boogie? Was it all a lie? Was it all a lie, Boogie? This shit really is Barnum and Bailey. Dude. This motherfucker.
Like genitals and twist them.
Like Kim was saying earlier, like titty twisters.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes just yanking them and pulling on them, just frustration, you know. And she'd make fun of the fact that I was fat and had breasts and stuff like that, you know. And then the genital abuse was not as common as any of the other abuse. This would happen maybe once a year on average, I guess. But she would grab my genitals and twist them and grab my balls and twist them. And
was there any reason that she keeps running already?
It would be because I saw like a tits on the television, or because I looked at a girl.
Did y'all have HBO or some shit? Like
yeah. But also we would go to R-rated movies and stuff, but she would cover my eyes during it. You know, I was not allowed to see the type of
all these movies and then beat the shit out of you for watching it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so she
also, now look, I'm not saying any of this isn't true at all. But this does mirror a story from Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones. Remember his story was that his like sister, when he was a baby, would grab his like cock and balls and squeeze and twist them. Remember? Do you remember that? Am I making this up? I might be crazy.
Overfed you to give you breasts so she could give you titty twisters. She yanked down your nuts.
The Boogie Nights.
Yeah. One of the times that happened is when I had an erection early on, and she got upset about the erection because she could.
How did she know you had an erection?
Well, I mean, I was fat, but I wasn't so fat that you couldn't see a pant tense.
Oh, okay, you weren't like sitting there naked or something.
Yeah, it was while I was going through puberty. You know.
Okay, so you're a teenager.
Yeah.
So was this the majority in regards to your mother? Were these events? Occasionally she would grab your balls, she'd pinch your tits, and she'd feed you food. And that was like the majority, the bulk of what she did.
Yeah, it's the majority. I guess I should probably get into some of the minor things. They're probably on the list. She would also be nude in front of me. And then I walked in on her having sex with her boyfriend. And she claimed to be raped during that. And I went into shock. I was going to say dissociative, but Jackson Clark says I'm not dissociative, but I went into kind of shock, and I wandered out of the trailer and just started walking down the road. They had to come and pick me up. And she did not want my dad to know that she was having sex with somebody else. So she claimed that she was raped. And that helped reinforce the sex is dirty. Sex is dirty. I would never have sex. I only had sex to procreate. That's the only reason anyone ever should have sex. Having sex for pleasure is bad. And I would never have sex with this man because, he raped me. And then she exposed herself to me very frequently, even right up to the age of 18. She would be naked in front of me. She would sleep naked. And I was forced to sleep in the same room right up until I was about 16, where I
So can I ask you, you said that this,
I say, let me unpack some stuff. Maybe it was my family. My mom and my sister walked around butt ass naked all the time. One of my favorite stories to talk about is I remember that my ex-wife's mom, when we were dating, she made me some fudge, and the fudge was sitting on my guitar amp. And I woke up at 3 a.m. in the darkness, and my mom was standing there naked, just eating fucking fudge off my guitar amp. And I was like, what? And she fucking bolted out of the room. And it was funny as fuck. And I still think about that to this day. It was hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when my friends were at my house and my sister would walk around naked because my friends were there. I think she did it on purpose. And she would like walk around naked and my friends would be like there. And they were all like, we were like fucking 14. They're all like, oh, because my sister. It's she's sister. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I never really I never thought about it other than it being funny that my mom was standing there naked eating fudge and then ran. My mom is a very comical lady. My mom looks like Kathy Bates. It's funny. I don't know. It was very, very funny. I just laugh. Every time I think about it, I laugh my ass off. I'm just like, oh my God. She just fucking bolted out like a damn deer in headlights. How is that not funny? It's 3 a.m. Your mom's standing there in the darkness eating your fudge that's just sitting out on your guitar amp. And then she just fucking bolts. It's funny. Maybe it's not normal. I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny this day. I'm not on a stream right now saying my mom, she ate fudge naked in front of me one time and I've never recovered. That's way lamer than it just being funny for some reason. I don't know.
You were with her till you were 18 and you left. And then you came back later on. Why didn't you go no contact? Or why was this never reported? Or did anybody else in the family see it?
Yeah, well, they saw the physical abuse. Brian saw that, and he's talked about that on the show. He saw what I went through, and he also saw what she went through. My sister, who I'm not going to talk about her sexual abuse in any way.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from your sibling.
Right. She got removed from the home when she was 12 because it was so bad. I still never understood why they left me and Brian. I understand Brian because he was so much older, and I think their explanation for me was because she had never really hurt me up to that point. And so Brian had his nose broken and burnt and cut and all that stuff,
No. So physical abuse for
for Brian. Yeah, Brian, he got physical abuse, and then my sister got
And then when you say removed from the home, do you mean by the state?
Yes. Mom surrendered her to the state.
Okay, so this would have been reported to some kind of agency then?
Yeah, that would absolutely be very, very easily verified. Yes.
Okay. Now, in regards to, you said it wasn't just mom, it was dad also.
Yes.
Okay, and then can you go over, I guess, same thing with dad, when it started, what it was?
Dad really only had one isolated incident that comes to memory. There might be more. A lot of the times you block these types of things out. I did block some of it out until my brother mentioned things that had happened.
You blocked these out. Yeah, see, he Googled this, by the way. Sometimes you block these things out, and I don't remember because I probably blocked them out because I Googled it and it said that. Boogie's the Googler. Destiny's the Wikipedia. Chartard says my mom was butt naked eating fudge. Camelot. I've told this story on stream before. You got to stop acting weird. Okay. This is good memories. They're good memories. Don't you try to convince me my memories are bad. They were good memories. I enjoy them. I love them to this day. It's funny, but I'm glad it's not my memory. You don't get it. You just don't get it. Okay. You don't get it, and that's fine. You don't get why it's so fun and not traumatic at all. Okay. Oh shit.
And I was able to remember them then. But dad was an alcoholic, and he wanted to try to undo some of the abuse that mom had done, I think was his intention.
Okay.
Oh no.
And so he showed me pornography. I believe it was before he got sick, so I think that makes me 9 or 10.
And when you say showed you pornography, did he just say, "Hey kid, here's a tape, put it in the VCR," or did he say, "Come sit down next to daddy on the bed"? What did he say?
It was a magazine, and he slept on the couch, so it was on the couch.
Okay.
And he's like, we were home alone, and he's like, "Hey, so listen, your mom's got it wrong about sex. Sex is actually a really wonderful thing, and I want you to know about that." And he showed me pornography, and he asked me if I'd ever masturbated, which seems very weird because I was very young. And then he showed me how to do that, and then he invited me to. It was very hard to talk about. I'm sorry. He invited me.
We don't get into details.
Well, no, I mean, let's get it all out. He invited me to touch him, and I did.
Okay, and you're saying that was an isolated incident, so this happened once. That was it.
Yeah.
And so the other thing I'm curious about is, and I'm not going into what happened to them, but you
Look, this story's horrible. If this happened, that's crazy. But Boogie, like, we have to do this thing where we observe his character and we observe his performance and we observe how he delivers certain sentences. That's the only way we can really get to a consensus for what is true and what is not true. And Boogie will say things like, he'll stop talking and be like, "This is really hard to talk about." But he never gets emotional. And the only time he does get emotional was on the last stream when he pretended to cry, but no tears came out. Right? It sucks. And Chris, I agree with you, Chris Estes. The fact that you have to say if this happened is sad. It is. But the fact is, he's like, it's hard to talk about, but let me just proceed to say something without any emotional outburst at all. You know, and everybody shows emotion differently, but there's been so many times where Boogie fake cried and not a single tear came out. It's the weirdest thing. Have you ever legitimately like got really upset and you start fucking bawling, but then no tears come out? No, none of you have done that unless you have a medical condition where you don't make tears. Right?
said that you've been told more things from, you said, your brother about stuff that had happened to
Well, yeah, and that involves other people, which we are not going to talk about here today.
you? Okay, but in regards to you though, is this a story your brother told you happened, or is this something that you're saying you remember?
Well, Brian has done 3 things for me in this regard. One time he told me about something that happened that I had blocked out entirely. And when he mentioned it, I guess my age would have been 5 or 6. So my memory wasn't great. But when he mentioned it, I remembered it very distinctly. What I mostly remember about it was the narcissistic abuse that came afterwards, because it's something that, well, I've talked this over with Dan. I don't know if I should go into more detail than that. But long story short, he clued me in on something that I had mostly blocked out. And then I discussed that with the third party, and they showed me their perspective. And it's something that I choose not to talk about online anymore. And I probably shouldn't have talked about it at all.
And as an adult, did you ever confront your mother about any of this?
Yes.
And what was her response?
She apologized on her deathbed.
For what? But I mean, about in regards to your father, not just her.
Dude, this sounds like
She never knew about what that.
It sounds like a movie. You know, she finally apologized to me on her deathbed. Yeah, it just sounds like a movie. All of it sounds like a movie, like a story that someone would create. And look, I'm not going to overtly say that it's not real. But the delivery, the lack of emotion, the changing stories, and the almost theatrical like story, it just makes this seem kind of silly, right? But I also don't want to say he's lying because it's fucked up. It's a fucked up thing. Tard, it's hard to read Boogie's body language. I see what you did there. Thank you. Babuski, imagine being the cops in this town. They've had to check on him multiple times, confronted him for lying about swatting plus the gun incident. The cops hate this guy. Yeah. They probably refer to him as that fucking crazy fat guy. Internet fat guy. Thank you, Babuski. Babuski. Is that Mordecai but Mr. Krabs? What the Mordecai Krabs. What the
That did.
Okay. So these are those are the majority of your claims. Now, I mean, it'd been mentioned before, so I don't know. penetrative, that kind of stuff? None of that ever happened, or it did happen, or it was something else?
I penetrated another person, but I other than a finger, I was never penetrated, not by a penis or anything like that. No.
When you say penetrated another person, and again, if it's going into somebody outside these two, that's fine. You can just leave it vague. But was this something you were directed to do as a child, or you did on your own, or what are we saying?
It was directed to do as a child.
By your mom or your dad?
I don't
or somebody else?
He's, oh, fuck, bro. See, look. You know, it's really tough. This is a tough situation. This isn't like the cancer thing. It is a tough situation to try to call out bullshit on because you don't want to be wrong. Right? But you also don't want to be right. It's a fucked up situation. The fact that he took 3 seconds to decide who did it, it's sus to me. The where he goes, okay, who did it? Your mom or your dad? And you can see him being like, looking around, trying to determine who he's gonna say he did it, because he has to be like, wait, did my dad say it? Because he's claiming he has to go back through really fast and see what he has said previously about his mom and dad. He has to determine, wait, if it was my dad, I already said my dad did one thing. Fuck, what did he do? Maybe that doesn't count. My mom's done multiple things, but it usually didn't involve me. She said she hated sex, so that she wouldn't make me penetrate somebody, right? So he has to think really hard who did this. Because, see, I don't know. Feels a little wrong.
Somebody else.
I don't.
Yeah, Richard, exactly. He's lost in his own narrative. He doesn't know where to connect the dots at.
I don't want to get into it. That's okay. That's too much.
And then when this happened, how old would you have been? Can you give me a time frame on that at least?
I mean, my mom's sexual abuse lasted right up until I moved out of the home. And I believe that would have started right after dad got sick, which would have put me at about 8 or 9.
No, I'm sorry. I meant in regards to penetrating somebody else. How old would you have been? Were you like 8 or 14 or 20 or what? What are we talking?
I think the first time would have been when I was about 6. The second time would have been when I was around 9. And then I guess I'm a little shaky on this one. Again, I'm trying to remember it through the memory.
Garthman says, devil's advocate, he might feel too uncomfortable to get into it. If he was too uncomfortable, see, this is we've covered this though, right? Damn it, back after. I didn't mean to click you, you bastard. The thing is, man, if he was too uncomfortable to get into it, he would be too uncomfortable to get into any of this. This is insane. This is crazy shit. And he has openly talked about it without anybody asking for the last 17 years. He openly brings it up if anybody criticizes him. He goes, well, I'm mental because I've had childhood rape trauma, right? But then all of a sudden he's not comfortable talking about one little thing in one stream. No, man. No. Yeah, Puddles, we're getting to it. I'm excited. So, you know, and also there's no emotion. He'll be like, I'm kind of uncomfortable to talk about this, but there's no emotion. And when he starts screaming and pretending he's crying, there's no tears. It's like sociopathic behavior. You know? Thank you, Garth, man, for bringing that up, though. Appreciate that. Game and Wings are done. They're done. They're done. Hey, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, by the way, please. Thank you. It's in there somewhere on the thing. And my Twitter, please, which is probably not correct in the here, I'll put it right here. It's probably not correct in the description. I've been banned about 500 times on Twitter for stupid shit.
Memory of a child through the lens of a child.
A child.
There was a third time where it was encouraged by my mother, but I'm having difficulty remembering if that was something that happened. Okay. And that would have been when I was early puberty.
And so these are the bulk of the claims then. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. So I want to get it from you before I go over this thread. So when we start comparing things. Okay. But is there anything else? There wasn't like I was at the amusement park and a clown fucked me, or some kind of aunt and uncle thing, or some fucking neighbor thing. I mean, this is the majority of his mom and dad, right?
I mean, there was a kid in the neighborhood that stole my bike and told me if I gave him a blowjob, he would give it back to me. And I must have been about 7 at that time or 8 at that time. And he exposed himself to me. He was an older kid. I think he was about 16, but I just walked away and I'm like, keep the fucking bike. And then I found it later in town.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to open up. All right. So now that we've got kind of like a baseline, right, to go with.
Sure.
All right. So I've got this, Muda, this is what you like me to, right? It was the link in the chat.
Yeah, this is what I was sent.
Okay. Let's just go through it. I will try to redact as I'm going through this, anything you didn't want to, the other parties, right? So bear with me. This is, I'm just going to read this verbatim. We're just going to go through it. All right.
And listen,
yeah.
Okay. And I don't think anyone would fault me for this. I reserve the right to bow out. if I can't handle this anymore, and I believe it's going to put me in a dark place, I will bow out. And if you're upset about that, I understand. If you decide that made me a liar, I understand.
You can handle it however you want. Like I said, I know what you're, you said you didn't want to talk about
I'm going to, I
parties.
understand, but I'm saying, like, revisiting this is, I told Dan that this would be very difficult, and I'm trying my best. And I will do my best. I'll try to make it to the end, but I just want to warn you.
Well,
guys,
I mean, to be
possible I
fair
won't
though,
do
didn't you just earlier in the stream invite this conversation with Moody? You said,
Yes,
yeah, let's talk about it.
And I did not realize how difficult it would be.
Yeah,
So I'm
to be
going to try
fair,
my
I
best.
did not want to talk about this.
I understand.
Well, that's fair, but I just want to be clear here. I mean, this feels like a dodge.
No, it's not a dodge. I'm going to stay here as long as I can. It is possible that I will not be able to, and I just want to prepare people for that. So let's go.
Okay, because to me, it feels a little bit like you didn't think any of them would be willing to do this, so you said I'm open to it.
I specifically asked for you, Medicare.
Okay.
A Zombie Flanders says again with him playing the victim card, he doesn't know anyway. He doesn't know how to do anything else. And look, we have to look at it from Boogie's perspective. Love you, sad lad, Chad. We had to look at it from his perspective, his fucked up perspective. His whole life he's been doing this. It's going to be hard at 50 years of age to not just every time you just act like a victim, right? It's just his normal way of functioning. We can't excuse it, but we got to like understand that it's going to be something he can't just change immediately, right? He's going to just continue doing it. It's just his nature. 80 likes from 500 and 380 in super chats from Fight. Milk. Remember, every $100 super chat goes on my race car at Elko Motor Speedway and maybe Michigan. I don't know. Michigan's going to be crazy. It's going to be going 200 miles an hour. It's going to be fun.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go. So I'll read it verbatim. I'll redact as best I can. I don't know the names of people, but I can get the gist, so I'll try to avoid it. It's called Boogie's Inconsistent Rape Claims, and it's a lot of screen caps. It's mostly what we're dealing with.
Okay.
It says, I've been doing a lot of digging, checking around old archives, old tweets, old clips, and have managed to compile a very interesting folder of content that contradicts many of Boogie's alleged rape claims and molestation stories.
Sure.
Some of this is already common knowledge, and there's a great video that covers this, but I wanted to go one step further. Within, I'll be touching base on the changing abuse story of his, as well as tracking his supposed abuse stories at the hands of another party. So we'll just start going into it.
Okay.
The changing stories is what the section is called.
Sure.
Now, to my knowledge, Boogie didn't come out with his rape and molestation accusations until much later in the piece.
May
Let's take a look
I
at.
speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is very common, and it is true in my case, that most survivors of childhood abuse will cover for their abusers, and they are also afraid to talk about it out of shame. And that is why in 2012 and early on, I would say that I had never been molested. I was feeling extreme shame. And I also...
Bro, you can't just Google something and say it. Most people, like including me, find it impossible to talk about because we feel so much shame. It's like, but you openly talk about it and use it as a prop to lift yourself up. Right? What? You can't say it's hard to talk about. That's why you don't talk about it, but then immediately talk about it every fucking day for 17 years. 12 years. I don't know, man. What I think happened is his channel fell off a little bit in 2012, so he had to fucking jump in again. Because remember, one of his first videos ever was his Draw Your Life video, and he was mistreated and fat and a nerd, and everybody was able to sympathize with him because he was doing his sympathy farming thing that no one was used to back in the day, and now he had to up the ante. And then he suddenly got cancer when his channel started dying again, and he started getting really negative criticism on his channel again. Then he suddenly got cancer, right? It's a defense mechanism. That's what it is. Jenny Karma, just want to hear you say my name. Jenny LJ with a $20. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for always being so supportive of my dumb ass. Another orange boy, everybody. Nice. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. I appreciate you. Justin Ong, what town has this many open pedos? Also, why was Little Boogie so... Oh my God, bro. What is... Oh, fuck. That's correct. That's fucked. That's fucked, bro. That's fucked. Thank you, Justin. God, diggity damn, bro.
felt like especially when it came to my mom.
Wait, hold up. Why would you ever have to say you've never been molested? What? Who the fuck is blowing?
People asked. People asked.
Oh, really?
Know
No one has
How did-
ever
how did it
ever
end?
been molested. Are you fucking
In-
weird? What the
in
fuck
some
are
of
you
these
talking about?
in some of these screenshots, I would discuss the other abuse, and they're like, "Well, did you ever get sexually abused?" And I would say no.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking through my Twitter feed. Oh, have you ever been fucked in the ass when you were a kid? Like, what the fuck? What are you
Well,
talking about?
I think it was probably on Reddit, and I think it's because but I mean, it happened. You'll see it in these screenshots, I believe. But go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, I'm not screen sharing again. I mean, I would, but I don't want to in case it brings up somebody's name you don't want mentioned, right? So,
Sure, yeah.
all right. So to start with, here we go. It says this is the first screen cap I've got. I think we would have talked about like one or two of these, and then I jumped on. But we'll just start from the beginning. My mother never raped me, and this is you responding to somebody called Panda Cat Attack. I don't know who that is. I should also add that when my mother would beat me, she would routinely straddle me. It never led to rape, fortunately, and that's back from April of 2012.
That's true. And like I said earlier, she never raped me. It was certainly molestation. One of the things I did say early on, and I confused, I thought that anytime a child was raped, it was statutory rape. But people pointed out that I very much need to clarify molestation rather than rape.
So
Rape
I guess my first question is,
Go ahead.
what even led into you talking about the abuse in the first place? You said it's common for people not to want to talk about it.
Mhm.
But I mean, here you are already opening the door.
His channel was starting to dip in viewership, and he was scared. He got afraid. He got scared, and he was like, "I have to do something to bring people back in." And the only thing he knows how to get attention is sympathy and trauma dumping. That's what's going on here.
Door to this.
Well, when it came to the and I'm going to be as genuine as I can here, and I know people are going to hate it, but I'm going to be as honest as I can. I wanted to talk about the physical abuse because I felt that, number one, it would be helpful for me to share that story. Secondly, I thought that there are a lot of other people, and I've met them and at conventions and stuff, and they've told me like it made me feel less alone to know what you went through. And thirdly, the very first time I ever mentioned it, people responded positively to it, and this is the part everyone's going to hate. But I thought I would continue to share because I thought it would be beneficial to my career as well as help myself and help others.
Okay. The next clip, and this is, I guess, where I start to get a little confused here. All right.
Okay.
The next clip mentions more abuse, not of sexual nature, but this is what it states.
Okay.
My father was an angry alcoholic. My mother was insane. As a child, I had every type of abuse you could imagine done to me dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
It was not a rare occurrence. It was not a common occurrence. It was a daily one.
Yeah.
I was cut, burnt, choked, slapped, broken, screamed at, tortured mentally and physically.
Mhm.
I could write a book about it, rivaling Stephen King. I plan one day to actually do so.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it, for the record.
Okay, but here's where I'm confused. When we started
Okay.
this off, I said I wanted to get a baseline from you of what the abuse was because we're
Sure.
going to compare what you said and what's written.
Sure.
You gave me titty twisters and you gave me genital grabbing
Mhm.
and a story about your father. But here in
I love how Keem just starts laughing because of the City Twister.
this thing, you're saying that and you made it sound like you said if we back the stream up, it was like a once a year thing. She'd grab my nuts.
For the sexual abuse, yes, but the physical abuse was constant. And the,
Abuse is abuse. I asked for a baseline, but here you're saying
I
that
thought
it
we
was
were
like,
specifying sexual abuse. at the
I
beginning.
asked for all abuse.
Can I
But
ask a
but
question?
here you're saying every day. So you were cut, burnt, choked, slapped, broken, screamed at, tortured every day
Yeah.
by your parents.
Yep, Brian was too. He came on the show and talked about
Every single day.
it. If every single day did not involve physical abuse, it certainly involved emotional and verbal abuse. But yes,
Okay.
it was consistent daily. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the thing with your father, you mentioned one thing, the one incident with the sexual abuse.
Right.
So why did you start it with he was an angry alcoholic?
Because he was an angry alcoholic. I wasn't ready to share the sexual abuse part of it, but him and mom got into tremendous fights, and it was difficult as a child to endure that.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have this is from 2014. Now you're responding to somebody that brought something up.
Mhm.
They said, hearing him make a casual rape joke on a consistent basis made me dislike him greatly. Your response to that was, but yeah, I hate how getting raped is a gaming term for some people. Complete shit, honestly. I avoid it at all costs.
Mhm.
Later on, it says Boogie goes to claim that he was sexually abused. So it looks like starts getting talked about. So in 2012, you're talking about physical abuse. Then by 2014, you've moved on, at least according to these things.
Right.
Somebody had made a subreddit post. Was Boogie
So this is interesting. So he was claiming that he was burned and tortured every single day, but then claims in this stream that it was once a year. And now he's claiming that the burns, tortures, cuts, slapped, held down, sexual assault was actually just verbal abuse. And I'm going to be honest, every girl that I've ever hooked up with or dated, they talk about how all their ex-boyfriends were verbally abusive. I just think that's just a thing people say to like absolve themselves of having any responsibility in any relationship. Not saying that's happening here, but where are all the scars, John? Yeah, exactly. It's a good point. What's up, Dawson Fair? You were at the IRP in person. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you? I don't know if you were watching. There's no footage of it, but that first couple of laps, we passed like what, fucking 15 cars? Yeah, like 15 cars. It was freaking wild, man. It was a lot of fun. And then we kind of got stuck in that little kind of like no man's land for a while. We had to keep having, we had a lot of good restarts though. It was fun. Good finish, and we're top 10 in points now. Going to Salem Saturday.
Boogie abused. And then this is your response. This is from February of 2016.
Okay.
I've never gone into the details publicly because it happened at a very young age and the details are fuzzy. Most details come from my family letting me know what happened to me.
Yep.
I only remember bits and pieces.
Yep.
Short version, a few different family members of my family exposed me to sex and got me to participate at a young age.
Yep.
As a teenager, I was mentally abused about sex. Those details are worse than they sound, and I have only told one person about it, my wife. Sometimes I regret telling her, not because she reacted badly, but because I'm so...
Actually, hold on. That was a lie. I did speak to Danielle about it quite a bit.
I'm not sure who that is.
No, she was my teenage girlfriend. She was my best friend until she died of cancer at 39.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this goes back to something Muda said earlier too, when it was like, is this your recollection or is this a family recollection? Even in 2016, you're saying this is something people told you about rather than something you remember.
Right. And so, like I said earlier, there is a thing that we cannot talk about because it involves third parties.
Yeah, and I don't care about that. But,
right. But what I'm
you.
saying is, as I told you earlier, they mentioned it, and I must have had it mostly blocked. But once the details were there, I remembered all of it. Yeah.
Okay, because and this jumps a little around in the timeline, but it says, I also found this tweet from 2013 where he claims to be a rape survivor. And this is you stating, trust me, if you've got the cure for recovering from mental illness and addiction and you're not sharing it, you're being a prick, you follow that up with, be sure to include how to erase the PTSD brought on by 18 years of daily mental and physical abuse, rape survival, and etc.
Right.
So, I mean, this is something, okay. So this is something you started to get into, I mean, this is like 11 years ago, right? You've been talking about this for 11 years at this point.
Yes.
Okay. We've got accusations against a third party that you didn't want to talk about, so I'll skip it.
Thank you.
Let's see. Again, it's another one I've got to skip. This is a lot I've got to skip about a third party. All right. Finally, Boogie recounts the side of things live on the Killstream podcast last year. He claims to have distinct memories. Okay. This is what I am confused about this.
I'm just going to say what Keemstar told me to say, and I'm going to say it. Okay.
Okay.
With this third party, I had a discussion with them and I understood their perspective of it. And once I understood their perspective, I had forgiveness in my heart and I decided to walk it back. So I tried everything I could to point out that my memories about it were fuzzy, and they were, and that I'm not sure what happened. And based on understanding their perspective, I'm not sure anymore. I trust their perspective more than I trust my own. But I guess the majority of this document they are having to skip over involves that.
Well,
I had a conversation with this,
let me just interrupt you for a second. I won't name any names, but we're dancing around an issue here. But you were on a podcast.
Please, let's just get through it. I'm sorry.
No, you were on a podcast.
Hold on. I'm talking to my roommate. Yeah, I'm just going to get through it. Okay. Wait till if I start threatening to hurt myself or something like that, that's when we pull the plug.
The roommate.
God, it's so cringe, man. I hate that. I hate that because I think we're like, this is a good discussion. I'm enjoying this discussion. And people are trying to get to the bottom of something. And then Boogie's like, oh, if I start trying to kill myself, you better call the police. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just fucking, you just have to, it's like you have to get in there and sympathy for him. I'm going to kill myself. I promise I'm going to do it. 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 God, it's so silly. Emmanuel, what I was taught in AA is that your traumas are either a crutch that drags you to hell or fuel that propels you to heaven. It's your decision. 100%. I agree with you, Emmanuel. Thank you, my friend, for your $5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. $3.50 to 5 milk boys.
And the girlfriend. Come on, let's knock this bullshit off. All right, let's get through this.
This doc is long as fuck.
Yeah. What I'm curious about is why were you on a podcast talking about this and specifically talking about these people and these events, but you won't talk about them here?
Because time has passed and I've had a conversation with that person and they've asked me to stop doing that. And I am going to choose to do that for them because I love them.
Okay, and I'm going to be as vague as I can about this, not talking about any specific individual, but there is one portion of this that is confusing to me because it says that you settled with the excuse that a certain particular person gaslit you into believing that another particular person did something to you.
Sure.
Okay, was that a lie?
It was my attempt to walk it back. Yes, I was trying to do a favor for the third party involved.
Okay, this is what makes this difficult and messy is you go online and talk about shit like this.
Well, it was many years ago, and I'd agreed to not bring it back up, but here we are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this wasn't just like a one time because there's another one. Like what are the dates on this? I can't even remember. I mean, the first was a kill stream appearance, like I said, but then there's another one
Sure.
from 2019, a kill stream appearance.
The issue is when you initially told this story to the internet, and no details again, but when you told this story to the internet, you didn't care what that person thought.
Nope. I was very angry and I was very hurt.
You just said, this person did this to me, right?
Yep, I was very angry and I was very
And
hurt.
then they called you and said, hey, this is making me look bad.
It took several
Which is obvious,
conversations.
right? That
Well, it
it's
took
obviously,
several
wait, let me finish.
But what they specifically explained to me, Keem, was, look, I was a child. And I did this when I was a child. And I would never meant to hurt you.
This is kind of what it sounds like, Endless. Is he actually saying my abuser asked me to stop saying they abuse me, so I am? Yeah, it seems like that. Maybe not as black and white, but it seems like that.
I love you. We're family. I've always wanted the best for you. And I'm very genuinely sorry that bad things happen.
And
but
you
need
said,
to understand why it happened. And then
you said, okay, I forgive you. Now I'm going to go make myself look like a liar and tell the internet that I was wrong.
It took several conversations across quite some time. Yeah. It took, and then I
It's
realized
crazy that I can never talk on my own show, chat. I always get interrupted, but yeah. Go
I mean, again, I try to answer the question as soon as I realize what it is.
Keem, can you please be quiet? We're having a conversation over here. I mean, this is weird. What kind of situation is this then? I mean, you say, let's bring it up to talk about it, but then, and I'm fine with being vague about it. But
we're going to be vague about it.
Yep. But then I look through and you weren't vague about it for multiple guest appearances on another show.
Yep.
And then you're bringing up stuff like, well, I lied because of this, I was gaslit into this.
Right. At the time, I was originally very angry, upset with this person, and I wanted to discuss it. And after understanding their perspective and understanding what happened, I began to walk it back out of love and kindness. And if I am being genuine with you here, I will tell you that what happened because they were also a victim.
Yeah, but why didn't you just defend that person? What you should have did is you should have had
Dude, like, I love how Boogie is like, I'm such a good person. Boogie's like, I'm such a good person through love, heart, and desire and kindness. I chose to never talk about it again, so I don't have to answer for it today. And I also love how it's very obvious that he is afraid to divulge because he doesn't remember what the story actually is or what he actually said. So he doesn't want to talk about it because if anything is said that contradicts what he's saying now, it would fuck everything up. So he's like, oh, I just don't want to talk about that portion because I think he's afraid he won't be able to keep the story straight. And as soon as he says the wrong thing, it's over. Right?
a second statement saying what I said is the truth, but this person was also a child. You don't have to lie to your audience.
I'm doing that now, but I did what I was asked to do.
But what you should have done in that situation is you should have went back to the internet and said, hey, look, I said this, and I want to give this person charity. We've spoke. They're very apologetic. And I want to give the context that they're also a child. So if anyone's like saying horrible stuff to this person, just know that they're also a victim. That's what you should have done. But instead you decided, oh, I forgot what I was saying back then.
I did what was asked of me.
Why is lying the go-to? Like, it is not the go-to.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that we saw our family lie constantly to navigate the world. And I think that
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That
right.
Makes...
And you're taught to lie at an early age when you're being abused. You know, you would have to go to school with scars and burns and cuts, and
nothing is Boogie's fault. Nothing is Boogie's fault. It's all taught. Nothing is his fault, even though he's a 50-year-old man and his parents have been gone for years and years and years. It's still, oh, I was taught to lie. I was taught to be fat. I was taught to be a piece of shit. I was taught to seek out attention. I was taught all these things, but it's, you know, he's apparently not able to form his own thoughts as a 50-year-old man.
Bruises, and you'd have to make up reasons for why that happened. And if it wasn't convincing, then things would get considerably worse at home. If they got a phone call at home, then things would get considerably worse.
Do you have scars from the burns?
I feel like this third party,
I don't really think so.
These claims and lost their shit at you and told you not to be making claims. That's what I think. I think this third party got involved and told you you're making wild claims. You need to fucking not be making them. It seems like any third party we're admitting are the ones that actually are alive.
All right. Well, that's not what happened, but okay.
All the burns happened on your stomach.
Got burned that off.
What do you mean you think? You know or you think? Were you told? Or what?
I don't remember any that happened to my arms, but there's a lot of things I don't remember from being.
Well, I want to talk about something that you stated in a blog post that happened when you were 4.
Okay.
I remember her claiming my dad was a faggot because she found blood in your fucking underwear.
Yep.
Even though my father was in reality a severe alcoholic, he claimed it was feces, and all likelihood he'd shit himself at that point. I was around 4.
Yep.
So, but you said there was no penetrative sex that had happened
Not with a penis, no.
to you, though. But this is an episode
Look at Moodus' reaction. What the fuck?
4. You said the earliest abuse with your father happened when you were around
What?
8 or 9.
What the hell is he talking
I'm
about?
confused as to what the question is. Yes, my mom called him a faggot. He did have blood in his underwear.
Oh, she was claiming it was his underwear, not yours.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that would be the thing.
You should probably chill out on the F word.
Yep.
That's just
I'm
a
sorry.
slang version.
I mean, we're using it in the proper context. You know, I'm not calling anybody that. We're just discussing what was said. That's it.
The other thing was, unfortunately, these are not the only memories. And again, I'm trying to keep this as I can. You said that your mother never touched you till you were 11 or so, but you said that the abuse you suffered happened much earlier than that.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 8 or 9. It's whenever my dad got sick. That could have been as late as 11. I don't know the year, and I could call my brother to find out. But it's whenever.
Yeah,
that
but you have
happened.
2 statements online and they don't match up. That's the whole point of the fucking.
Some people are bringing up something very important in the chat. Burns leave scars. One time when I was like 9 or 10 or 11, my sister had a lighter and she had held the light on the lighter for a while. You know, like held the thumb down so the light was on it for a while. So the top of it got really, really hot. And then she touched me with it. Right here. Can you see that? It's really hard to see, but it's right here. It's a scar, and she just touched me with the head of a lighter when I was like 11. So unless he's saying like they burnt him with like a space heater, I don't fucking know. Like he's gonna have a burn from he's gonna have one of these on everywhere on his body. They show up as like weird smooth spots, like they look like a mirror. Does that make sense? So, Albatross, what was Boogie famous for before the internet drama and lockout stuff? I only know him because he got an argument with Sarkeesian and Con. He was famous for doing a Draw My Life, which was basically a woe is me. And then he did these skits called Francis, like a character he made up that would like freak out, like break his Xbox and cancel his WoW account and start screaming. It was a popular genre in the very beginning of YouTube because people thought it was real, but it was actually not. And then he started doing video game commentary, like news commentary, and he did pretty good with it. And then, of course, it's been 10, fucking 11, 12 years now since that shit.
I understand. And like I said earlier, my memory is very foggy right now.
If your memory's foggy, okay, you're talking about such a serious issue. If your memory's foggy, don't fucking say it. Don't say it. How about not telling the fucking internet?
Be talking about it, and I don't plan to talk about it moving forward.
You should never have to walk back like a rape claim or something like that, or a sexual abuse claim.
Well, Akeem, like the contradictions get more because there's a tweet from 2019 where it said, well, she was molesting me when I was 5. Pretty sure that was statutory rape. When you're saying that she was molesting you at the age of 5,
it was not my mother. It was the third party that we're not talking about.
Okay. All right. So that's a different party altogether. All right.
Yes.
All right. More tweets of Boogie claiming that his mother molested him. These are specifically related to.
Keep in mind, all the contradiction stories involve the third party, which he doesn't want to talk about. A little bit convenient that he won't talk about that stuff.
Mother from 2018. I feel this way because I was raised by a monster.
Not Chad, please. Just let's get through it, okay?
I feel this way because I was raised by a monster who sexually messed me up physically and mentally.
Why? What is this Chad dude doing? Hey man, hey, stop being fat. Like, what is he doing? Like, what is he saying? Nothing. Boogie's not saying anything. He's not screaming. I'm confused. He's like, no, Chad, I'm gonna keep going. Chad's like, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop, bro. Like what?
Yet she helped hundreds of kids. Do you mind if she's passed away, correct?
Yeah, Wanda Williams. Is that what you want to say her name or something?
No, not her name. Her profession. I didn't want to like.
Yeah, she taught Head Start for 25 years.
Oh, yeah, as a Head Start teacher who's credited for their graduation speeches. But I can't help but look at a person and see a pile of good and a pile of bad.
Mm-hmm.
I forgave the person who molested me, so I guess that's a way of probably too forgiving. Yeah. I was raised by a monster. Again, it goes into this torture and molestation. Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the weird things that I keep encountering is like, yeah, in the blog posts and the Reddit posts and in the Twitter posts, like the ages and the dates and the events all seem to like shift.
Yep, I was a child, and it's difficult to pin it down.
So how are you sure any of it happened then?
Oh, I have memories of it. You know, I just don't. I didn't check the calendar when it was happening. I just remember.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm curious about is, and again, this goes back to 2 third parties. One saying that you said gaslit you. How do you know that they're not just telling you bullshit?
Because I remember it. I have the memory.
But if they had to tell you for you to remember.
it is common, I think, for victims of abuse
You
to
think,
sometimes
but it's
block
not
their
actually how it is.
Well, I think it is actually. I believe that it is. I've been told, but that it is. It is common for victims of abuse to sometimes, as a survival technique.
I think, I believe, I've read. None of those things assert that he actually knows. Right? So when you lead a statement with "I believe" or "I think," it's because you're not confident in your actual statement to begin with. They teach this in sales training. You never say "I think." You say things like "only" and "just." You never say "think." You never say "believe." Only or just. Right? So I don't think this is true.
To not remember some details or some things.
You know what I think? I think that you probably did get abuse, and I think you grew up in a fucking really shitty household. I think that's 100% true.
Yeah.
But what I also think is anytime someone called you out on the internet for something completely unrelated, your response was, "Well, I have a fucked up head because I was molested."
Sure.
I've heard that
Yep.
so many
I'll
times from
talk-
you for
yeah,
the
I'll
last
talk
fucking
that-
decade.
Yeah. I
Anytime
will often-
you get in trouble for anything, you go on Twitch and you say something racist or Hitler was not that bad or something you said like that, right?
Well, Hitler was pretty bad. I've never said
You
anything
said
like
something
that.
like he did good things or something.
Well,
right?
no,
That
but
was me.
no,
That
hold
was
on.
me.
Let me clarify what I specifically said. I was taught
Let's
in high
not.
school. No, let me.
No, let's go.
Let me finish.
I'm saying if you had one video talking about your abuse and that was it, and you never talked about it again, like a normal person operates that way. Like I've seen multiple creators.
What the hell? What's happening? Is my what? Okay. That was really strange. That was very, very strange. Can you guys hear me? Doubt it. What about now? You're back. Cool. Yeah. So my space heater fell over and a thing popped up and said, you unplugged your mic. And then I thought it was fine, but I guess it wasn't. All right. Anyways.
Talk about abuse when they were a kid. They don't sit there and put it on every tweet when they're in a controversy.
Like my brother, I'm obsessed with it. It never leaves the forefront of my mind. I think about it all day, every day. I've never recovered from that. It is.
I'm sure a lot of people have it, but they don't tweet it every day.
I don't think abuse victims think about their abuse 100% of the time, every day, all day.
That's the difference.
I could be wrong though. Look, I'm talking out of my ass a little bit because I don't. I'm not an abuse victim, so I'm not going to claim I am at all.
My brother talks about it constantly. Actually, even in his professional life, it's gotten in trouble there.
All right.
So
well, whatever.
I'm just trying to be clear that it's something I'm not going to do moving forward as best I can. I'll probably fuck it up.
Let me ask the chat.
but I don't
Chat.
wanna
I'm
talk
sure
about
you've
it
seen
anymore.
an influencer at some time come out and say, "Hey, I want to talk about this abuse that happened to me." They don't talk about it fucking once a week. They don't tweet about it once a week. They don't make multiple videos throughout the years. The fact that the fact that Medicare has a thread here and he could go, in 2012 you said this, in 2016 that just goes to show that you're talking about this.
Yeah, what you're describing is a tool out of a covert narcissist toolbox, and it's
You're not really fucking covert, so just say narcissist.
Well,
That's right.
no, well, okay, it's not that you're a covert narcissist. Covert narcissism is you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Right? Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me. That is not just narcissism. That is
Who the fuck
specifically
even
a
wants to
type
know
of
these terms? Why do you know all these like terms about fucking psychology
to
and shit?
have a better understanding of who
Every
I am,
time
so
I
can
talk
get
to
better.
someone and they know all these little terms, they're fucked in the head. And the only reason why they know them is because they go and talk to counselors every fucking second of their goddamn life so they can learn about the next thing that they can be a victim of.
I'm back in therapy again. I'll be in therapy. I'm talking to my therapist
Exactly. You're a professional
Therapy does
victim.
not fucking work.
It helps
my Lord.
tremendously.
It does not help.
Therapy doesn't
It helps tremendously. Hence why Boogie keeps circling the drain.
I'm the person that was a millionaire.
So I mean, here's the problem we're encountering, right? Like the bulk of this story, the bulk of these claims, we can't touch upon because
we have touched upon them up to saying the person.
Well, no, I mean we can't because you don't want to talk about them. But a lot of this is stuff you've talked about before, and I get you. You said you made amends, you don't want to talk. But I will say one of the third parties at the close out of this thing, at the very bottom, when they said, "Should we believe Boogie about these claims in regards to third parties?" says, "Fuck no."
Yeah, you don't have to believe me. I don't really care. That's okay.
Well, it says one third party said you were gaslit, the other third party said you were essentially lying.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's what they wanted me to do. So I achieved what they wanted me to do. That's
No,
good.
they're saying about just the abuse and sexual abuse allegations.
Oh, okay. They don't believe any of it. That's okay.
No. One said that it was gaslighting, but the very end, like if Muda, if you want to look at what I'm looking at, if you scroll down to the very bottom of that particular post, it said, "Should we believe Boogie's story? From 4 decades ago or whatever?"
Hell no. Yeah, I don't care if
Yeah.
you do. Listen, here's what it comes down to. My brother knows it happened. My sister knows it happened. I know it happened. If my father and mother were still alive, they knew it happened. It doesn't matter what you guys think. This is just reality.
Wait, you said your sister knows it happened?
Yeah, my sister,
She's the one that's saying we shouldn't believe you.
I understand. What I'm saying is she knows what happened. That's it. I'm not going to get into any more details.
Well, and that's the problem. I mean, how do we talk about it if you won't go into detail? That's weird. Why would you say let's talk about it, but let's not talk
because
about it?
she's still alive. And
So
I
you'll
don't
talk
want,
about things that happen with dead people who can't defend themselves, but the two people that are around that could defend themselves, you don't want to talk about.
because they've specifically asked me not to. Yes.
And they never mentioned it before. You went on all these multiple podcasts for multiple years talking about it incessantly, not to do it.
Nope. And
now
only
you just
only after they asked me to walk it back did I, and then I did. And then I've going to protect that person now, and I'll continue to.
So it's like a perfect Kafkaesque excuse. Like, well, we can't. There's how do we get into talking about something we can't talk about?
Nope. That's what I said earlier. It's literally the most perfect scenario. Everything that's kind of got a lot of contradictory statements is stuff that he doesn't want to talk about. Right?
Well, you just, I mean, at the end of the day, listen, what you do is you just assume I lied and move on. And that's good for them and that's good for me. So assume I lied and move on.
To be fair, that's what Boogie said at the very beginning. He goes, there's no point in talking about this because I can't prove anything I'm saying.
Yep.
Well, no, there is a point in talking about it, but not if we can't talk about it. You know what I mean, Keem? Like,
I mean, like here's my thing. Like,
why would you want?
I believe Boogie at this point. I don't think every detail.
I don't believe a single fucking thing at this point. How many lies have you guys been force fed over the last week that you're still buying this bullshit?
Well,
yeah, I'm right there with. I don't believe a single damn thing. I think everything that he says in any discussion about any subject matter should always be looked at with a heavy lens of scrutiny, for sure.
I mean, Jim, let's be real. The guy's fucked in the head. He had to have been fucking titty twisted or something. Something happened to that fucker.
Yeah, sure. You know, what could I accept that like somebody dressed up as a Noid and threw pizza at him? Sure. But like, I mean, we're going into a claim of like every fucking day nonstop abuse.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Oh, now he's gonna call somebody. Who's he calling?
Something happened to the guy. Somebody pissed in his cornflakes.
Call Brian Williams.
I've heard enough of these Boogie stories. There's a lot of that comes together the same all the time. There's every detail match.
Is he calling his brother again to like talk about how they got raped? What if his brother doesn't want to talk about it? You ever think about that? Why does he have to call people in his family to like talk about our abuse? It's like, what if they didn't want to talk about that? Why is everybody in your family so open to talking to thousands of people on the internet about you getting fingered? What the fuck? I'm so confused. Hey, can you tell by the time that I got fingered, like, and you got fingered, and we both got fingered? And it's like, what? If somebody called me and I had legitimately been abused for years, and they were like, "Hey, I'm on a stream with 20,000 people. Can you tell the audience about how I got fingered and how you like you were sucking me off and like your mom?" And I've been like, I'm hanging up. Bye. What the fuck are you calling me? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not, but he's probably recalling it.
Hey, Brian, real quick, can you tell people that my mother was physically and emotionally and abusive? Could you do that for me, please?
Physically and emotionally, not sexually though. Keep in mind he left out sexually. Keep in mind when he's asking his brother, he left out sexually abusive.
They don't believe us, so I just wanted to have a third party.
Believe. I mean, it's well documented. Hell, damn. She lost her kids.
Yep.
Or lost her daughter because of it.
Yep.
She had several defects reports.
Yep.
She had several issues at work.
Yep. Like I said, I don't care if they believe me, right? Like I told him as soon as we started discussing this, no one would believe me, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know what happened. I know what happened. That's all that matters.
But that's the same brother that said you had cancer. That's the same brother.
Yeah, he's still seen the paperwork. Yeah. He still knows that I'm being treated for that. Yeah.
Just stop defending yourself for something that you don't need to defend yourself.
That's fair. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
To be fair, Boogie, two of us are saying we do believe you.
I believe him. I believe something happened. I just know that with him saying the story over and over again, he's definitely has a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like something probably happened, but is it what he is saying? Maybe, maybe not. I doubt it. I doubt all of it's true. It's probably like one or two of the things happened, and he used that to create a giant elaborate story to be able to use later to talk about on his channel and to appear a victim for, sympathy farming. That's what I think.
He has lied. He has lied.
Yeah. I chose to walk something back and it was a lie. And
I think it's more than that because your stories don't match up. That's the whole point of the fucking thread.
I certainly got the dates blurred because I don't know the specific dates because I was a child.
Yeah, and that's why I went to ask you, was this something that you remembered, or was this something you were being told? Because then you went on to say you were being gaslit on one interview, which would mean that you were being told false shit, right?
Yeah, I walked it back for the third party involved because I wanted to do what they asked me to do.
Can I ask you in regards to that, when you've mentioned the gaslighting stuff, when you say you walked it back, were you walking it back as a favor to them, or were you walking it back as it was genuinely not true?
I was a favor to them. This is the thing I didn't want to
That's a good
discuss, but yeah.
question, Jim. That's a really, really good question, Jim.
I had new context.
On to say you were being gaslit on one
We're gonna get the question replayed.
interview, which would mean that you were being told false shit, right?
Yeah, I walked it back for the third party involved because I wanted to do what they asked me to do.
Can I ask you in regards to that, when you've mentioned the gaslighting stuff, when you say you walked it back, were you walking it back as a favor to them, or were you walking it back as it was genuinely not true?
I was a favor to them. This is the thing I didn't want to
That's a
discuss,
good
but yeah.
question, Jim. That's a really, really good question, Jim.
I had new context for the thing that happened.
Oh, so there you go. See, good question, Jim.
So I
So
chose to
there
walk
was
it back.
something that was not true in the original statement.
Well, I'll tell you what the original
Very
statement
good
was. I
question,
thought-
Jim.
Hold on. Going back, in the original, my original feeling of it was that it was malicious. But they explained to me that they were a victim as well. They explained to me they were a child as well.
So he's claiming that the person that sexually abused him, they get a pass because they were also sexually abused. Is that how our government works? Like, if you abuse a child, do you not get charged if you were abused as a child? I don't think so. I don't think so.
And I had that new perspective. And so I'm like, all right, then I have forgiveness. I thought it was malicious.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play. Listen, kids being made to do terrible shit. I'm not trying to place blame on fucking kids. They're innocent. My problem is like, how do we talk about a subject where there's so many different dates and so many different accusations, and they're all shuffled around, but then we can't.
Had a big ass booger, and I didn't want to pick it on camera. It was really bothering me for like 20 minutes.
Specifically mention
Well, I
something.
mean, everyone's just going to assume I made it up, and that's okay. I said that at the beginning.
Well, and it's okay. Why? Because you've lied about a lot of other shit, right?
Right, and also because I know the truth, and that's all that matters.
Not that, but because you have lied about a lot of shit.
But I'll tell you what bothers me.
Sure.
Or what's good for me. It's like my brother said. We know the truth. It doesn't matter.
And so these state reports, why haven't that would be publicly available, right? Why haven't
Certainly,
your
yeah. Her name
A-logs-
was Swan.
Hold on.
Let me give Kiwi Farms all the ammunition they need to look it up.
Wait, just let me.
Her
let me
name. Hold on.
something
Can I
hold on
finish
to that
the
thought.
statement?
At the very beginning, before you
Why
joined
does
Stream
somebody
Wings, you were talking about like apparently you guys were like earlier in the like in a vehicle, and like Boogie was on the phone with the sister, and she was like mad because she was
Yes.
lying about stuff.
Yes.
Because
When
he was lying about-
were you on the phone with my sister?
No, I wasn't. You were on the phone in the back of the truck.
Oh shit!
You were talking to your sister, and she was
No, I
like,
wasn't.
upset at you. Yes.
No,
you
I
were.
wasn't. I didn't call my sister. What are you talking about?
Your sister called you.
No,
I
she
even know.
didn't. During this trip to New York. That's
Yeah,
what-
but
Wings, how are you going to sit there and tell me this guy doesn't lie when you're recalling
did-
something
I
and he's
did
telling
not.
you you're a
He's
fucking liar to
fucking
your
lying.
face, Wings?
He's fucking lying. No,
He's
I did
calling
not
you a
talk to my
fucking liar,
sister.
Wings.
I don't talk to
You
my
may call my
sister.
wife in here. She was in the truck.
Go
too.
right ahead. You're mistaken.
Wings, you're defending a guy that's treating you as
Why
the
would I
asshole.
lie about this? Why would I lie about this? You are mistaken. I was not on the
don't
phone with my
increase
sister.
your voice. Wings, your wife knows. Can she be an eyewitness to this?
Oh yeah, bring her in.
We should get
Boogie,
the eyewitness.
Boogie, I
Fucked
think
up.
you need to really refresh your memory. Why would Wings lie about
Desi.
that?
Hey Desi, come here.
Why would Wings lie? Wings ain't
Desi.
lying about that. Come on.
Desi,
I
come
don't
on.
see any reason Wings would benefit
Hold on.
from lying
I'm
about
gonna bring
that.
my
Why would Wings lie about that shit?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Wings versus Boogie. Both of their women are coming in to testify. Did Boogie, on the way to Keemstar's 4th of July party, talk to his sister about the abuse on the phone and Wings overheard it? Or did Wings make this story up? We got Desi versus Kelly, Boogie versus Wings, and lies versus the hardcore truth. Here we go.
Remember when we had to
Down,
go
don't have to-
Let's go.
Wings were
I dig the Bucky's shirt.
Keemstar,
Yes.
and we had Desi and Boogie in the backseat of the car.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on.
Was Boogie on the phone?
Yes.
Was Boogie on the phone with his sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. So here's the question.
Even the
Desi.
dog fucking
Desi,
backed
hold
it
on.
up.
Desi, when we were on the way to the 4th, when we were on the way to the 4th of July party, okay, did I talk to anybody on the phone?
No.
Did I get a text from my sister?
I don't remember you getting a text from your sister. I mean, I honestly don't. I mean, if she did.
But
don't
did I
remember.
talk to my sister on the
No.
phone while we were in the back of the truck?
No.
Of course not.
No, you didn't.
We're getting nowhere.
Ooh, this is getting good.
Now the reality of it is I did get a text from her, but I didn't call her. I don't have any calls to my sister. I haven't talked to my sister on the phone in over a year. We have texted.
And after you got off the phone with me, you specifically, I was driving, so it goes, this is why I can't say anything on the internet about my sister.
Yes, because of a text. I did not talk to her on the phone.
So you're saying Wings and his wife are liars?
No, I just think they're mistaken.
No, they're lying.
Are
No,
you
they're
sure?
mistaken.
Wait, Wings. Are you sure it wasn't a text? Are you sure? Did you hear him talking to his sister directly?
This is where it's muddy. You got me questioning myself, but
Of course
he
I
was
do,
on-
because you're
he was-
fucking wrong.
He was on the phone, and after he got off the phone, he talked about his sister and the internet stuff.
I did talk to you about my sister, but it's not because I talked to her, because I didn't talk
And he
to her.
was doing one of these wings, like phone up to the ear on the phone talking to someone.
Don't get confused. You have an eyewitness, Kelly. Ask her to just clarify.
I got a
that
question.
point.
Wait, Boogie. We can
Yeah,
settle
ask
this.
Kelly if she
Wait,
knew I was specifically on the
we
phone.
can
with my
settle
sister.
this out right now. Go back to July 3rd on your phone and see if you
Okay.
made a call to your sister or she made a call to you.
Okay.
The issue is Boogie can just say no.
Scroll back to July
Or delete the call log.
3rd. It would have been July 3rd, right?
Yep. Here's the entire of it, and as you can see, my fingers have not deleted anything.
I might have been mistaken on the call, but he was
because you are.
because he was
'Cause you
actually
are.
talking to his sister.
To be clear, though, you can delete call history.
Yeah,
know.
that's why you swipe a finger. So
But
I
even
don't know.
he's walking it back. Even he's
Well, I'm walking it back because I'm
he's
not
being
100%
gaslit
sure.
right now.
There's no gaslighting. Desi knows I.
But I do know
I have
for a
not
fact-
talked to my sister any. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I do know
Let's
for a
see if
fact
she'll
I was
participate in
driving.
this fucking shit show. Hold on.
We don't need to.
Now he's going to call his sister.
No, we're gonna call my sister. Hey, when was the last time I talked to you on the phone?
Dang, I don't know. I can't remember.
God, his sister's voice is so Trailer Park, Alabama. That's crazy. Why does it sound like that? He's in Arkansas or something, right? Like,
Was it July 3rd? Just this last July?
Maybe.
Maybe or certain? I need to know for certain.
Oh no! Oh shit! This is great. This is fantastic. I don't know. Maybe shit.
I would have to go through my call log or my text messages.
Can you do that for us real quick? I'm on live stream right now, by the way.
Oh, this is fucked up, bro.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Damn.
You want me to do it while I got you on the phone?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, hang on.
I'll tell you something for certain. Boogie's sister sounds like she can cook some good fried chicken. I agree.
She really does, man.
Is that racist, by the way? Would you mean that racist?
How's that racist?
Hey, you brought up curry with Muda. You brought up curry with Muda.
Because my nephews and nieces are black?
What?
Your sister ain't black.
What does that even mean? What does that even
How
mean?
the fuck we gonna know that?
The 19th.
I like how Boogie had to ask if it's racist. Is that racist? You don't ask if something's racist. It's just racist.
Just the only date that matters is the 3rd. Can you confirm I didn't call you or you
Or
didn't
the
call me on the 3rd? Well, no, he's saying it took place on the 3rd.
I mean, what exactly are you asking me?
Whether or not you and I talked on the phone.
Oh shit! She sees the call, and she's like, "Wait, what are you asking me? Should I delete this? What do you? That's what's going on."
On July 3rd.
Honey, I never erase anything, so it would take me about 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, do you have a remembrance of us talking on the 3rd?
What do we talk about?
I don't think I didn't
I can't. This is hilarious.
call you. I don't think I called you on the 3rd. Do you remember me calling you on the 3rd?
Say, talk about the abuse. Say that.
Well, no.
I mean, every time we talk, there's a topic, a birthday or
Yeah.
something with the kids. Oh, was it when Michaela graduated?
Yeah, I think we texted about that day, actually. Hold on, let me check.
We did.
Yeah, we did not. There was no phone call, though, correct?
I don't think so because you told me to tell her congratulations
All
and
right.
blah.
Thank you. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Why? What's the point?
I don't know. They're just being fucking.
Ladies and
ludicrous. I
gentlemen,
love
we
you.
have 20,000 live concurrent viewers trying to find out if Boogie spoke to his sister on July 3rd. This is the most exciting content in the fucking world.
Hey, here's the other thing. I don't think I texted her on that day either.
You just said you did.
I know. I think I might have, but that's the only
Dude,
thing.
there's
that
no
could've
way
made-
Wings is making this up out of thin air, and Kelly is backing him up. You
No,
have
I discussed my sister that day. I just didn't call her. That's.
Did I talk to you on July 3rd? I don't know. Maybe.
I'm telling you, I discussed.
She never
it with her.
confirmed or denied it, by the way, too.
Okay, well then you guys are gonna have to.
So,
do what
Wings,
you're
what
gonna
did he say
do.
exactly?
Let me send you. Let me send you the text
He was
history.
talking about how she didn't want to be on the internet and that she wants nothing to do.
So
with
he
her-
calls her up live on the stream.
Yep.
Like what he's doing there is more damaging than anything else.
It's like, what are you calling me for? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking.
I just don't want you guys sticking a lie to me that's not true. You know, that's important to me.
why do you care? You're so guilty of so many lies at this point. Take a couple
because
hits.
because I would like to not.
Well, why would Wings lie about this?
He's just mistaken. It's not that he
I
lied.
mean,
Do you guys find it really funny that Boogie's like, hey man, I don't want you to catch me in a lie
So I
that
do-
isn't
I
true.
do-
but
I
you're
do
gonna
have
let the cancer thing go for fucking 2 years and fight
So I have-
fight
so I
tooth
have-
and nail over it.
I did. Okay, so here is what Jordy's talking about. So I do have a text from her that day,
Uh-huh.
and she had seen the episode that we did about
maybe Brian's
my
episode.
brother with my brother,
Uh-huh.
and she said, "You sure did mention me a lot in this. I really wish you would."
Uh-huh.
That's basically what she said. And then that's why I said to Jordy, based on a text, not a phone call, Jordy. based on a text.
Like I said, I'll walk that back. I'll admit it might have been a text.
Yep.
So you got a text and then you started venting in the car about your sister and why you don't want to talk about the sister
Well,
on the
no,
internet.
I didn't vent about her. I just said this is why I don't talk about her on the show because she specifically doesn't want me to.
I think you specifically said she doesn't like you.
No,
So
she
this
likes
leads us
me
all
quite a
from
bit.
what
She
Muda
likes
was
me
saying
quite a
earlier.
bit.
Muda, what was your original point? We got a little lost in the weeds here on text or phone call.
I mean, before well, I was just saying,
Hold on.
like, you know, Wings brings this up in the beginning that like he doesn't want to bring up his sister, like whatever, and then like fucking. Sorry, hold on, I gotta collect my thoughts.
I mostly just don't want to bring up the sexual abuse that she endured. I know, but I'm just saying. Let me clarify.
Let me.
I
Finish.
do not.
I have the fucking speaking cup. Hold on.
No, you said you needed to collect your
Damn,
thoughts.
you got Tim Hortons too?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. My thing about this is obviously Wings, I think, should probably bring.
Yeah, Ray Dog, I completely agree. Gonna head out. Love you, Alan Jones. Appreciate you. 30 likes away from gold, bruh. 340 from Fight Milk. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep going. We only got a little bit left, and then we finally are done with this nonsense. Apparently, the end of it gets really fucked up. So,
Money in
Well,
USD.
you said something about Canada. That's why I said.
Don't worry, I said the USD option. Don't worry.
So at this point, Boogie donates $3,000 and $3,035 to St. Jude's, I believe.
Do you guys see how bad he wants this to be the story?
No,
Keemstar is going to send his play button back to him.
I just at the end of the day, I realized you're not going.
Story.
No, I realized you weren't going to donate to St. Jude's, so I'll take it back.
Remember, he said the $1,000 he donated last show was all the money he had in the world. So now he's donating $3,000.
Sure, bro. Okay.
See,
Donate
he's manipulating
$3,025.
again. You don't know what I was doing. You don't know what I'm doing.
You
Thank
just
you,
said.
Mudahar.
You just said. Thanks, Mudahar. Actually, that's
Actually,
really
no,
awesome.
just donate it. Here, I'm going to print the receipt and I'm going to
No,
send
you
it
don't have to
you.
print anything. I trust you, Muda. It's awesome. I really do.
No, let him show his verification. You did.
Hey,
I don't-
team, I'm going to send this to you. It has my address on
Yep.
it, but just verify it, okay?
Okay.
If you want to get the bank receipt from my bank, let me know, okay?
I don't care about any of that. But
I don't
thank
care
you.
what you think. I'm sending it to Keem.
Okay.
Just chill out.
This is crazy. We've raised $6,000 for St. Jude tonight.
There you go, Keem. I sent it to you on iMessage, the St. Jude receipt.
Yep, that's $3,000. Okay, guys, $6,000 went to St. Jude.
Actually, 6,025. You still owe 25 more.
6,050.
And yeah, he did
Yeah.
3,000.
You owe 25 more, Muda.
He did it. He did
I
it.
did it.
He
Oh,
did
okay,
it.
gotcha.
He did it. I just read it wrong. So guys, 6,050 went to St. Jude, and Boogie's play button went to Keemstar. What a great night.
He's processing it. Give him a minute.
No, I trust that you'll send it back. And if it doesn't happen, Dan, I'm literally health insurance hits in 3 days.
Well, even if you get your play button, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Hug onto it while you can't go to the doctor.
I have an offer. I have an offer from somebody.
Oh,
Rush.
that's why you want it back.
No, I'm just saying maybe Lord Rush. I don't know.
Oh, so you're going to.
I would like to be able to pay for my health insurance. That would be nice.
So he's going to make a $7,000 profit on this donation.
No, probably not. I'm like I've said, I would like to be able to pay my health insurance though.
How you doing, pretty classy lady? Yeah, I don't know. His health insurance, it's probably quite high, but he says he only does $80 blood work a month. So
He's going to make a $7,000 profit on this donation that he made.
I
to
probably
St.
won't.
Jude.
I probably
Don't you
won't
have
sell
5K
it.
in your account?
Do what?
Don't you have like 5K in your account according to like with?
I did
Coffee?
at the beginning of the month, but the month has progressed and bills came due.
Keem, what's his bank account look like right now? Did he send you the statement of that? Or just Jude?
No,
No.
it's just can I get a screenshot of your bank account real quick?
I don't even believe it. See right there.
Don't give him a
why?
No.
account.
I just want to know how much money's in there.
No.
he's not going to do that because he doesn't. It's not all of his money. Love you, Dawson Fair. Thank you for coming to IRP. What's up, Ballard? Yeah, I guarantee you. Hey, Christian Gamer, how you doing at the Rumble over? I guarantee you that his bank account is not empty, and that's why he won't show it. If Boogie ever says no to anything, it's because he's lying. If Boogie will say, "Hey, can you do this for us, Boogie?" It's very simple. He'll be like, "Nope." If he says nope, it's because he's lying about it. His new grift is he has no money and he's losing everything.
There's a lot
Well,
of
now I
money
got to
there.
ask why not.
A lot of money. I told you I had about $3,000.
How much money is in your bank account, Medicare?
Right now,
Yeah.
more than $3,000. After Wednesday, it's going to be a way more than $3,000, Jeff.
Boogie, I can say this, right? You are a disaster, but you are still like one of the most fucking entertaining people online. You are. That's why I did the show. Like, you're a complete fucking mess.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And I don't know why you get so like down on yourself, because it's like you got nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? What are you gonna lose?
My life.
No,
That's
you're
it.
not.
You're
My
not.
life,
That's
that's
more
You need to
lies.
donate, bro.
You
Come
got
on,
nothing left to
No,
lose.
that's
You've
what I'm saying,
lost
that's all I have left.
all
That's all
your
I have left.
entire.
Yeah, it's wild, man. These like people that just drop 3K or fucking 5K to cancer research, and it's a noble thing, especially St. Jude's, because I think they're probably one of the better ones. But bro, I would be dead with like sponsorship and stuff for racing. You know, I never factored in my traveling expenses, and I am like, I'm hanging on by a thread. Every time I get one small sponsor, it's like life changing. So yeah, him saying I just donated $3,000, it's all my money in the world. Yeah, I'm sure his bank account has a couple $100,000 in his savings account. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So
Future
You
is
literally said the
W's.
thing that you have, even if you had told the truth about it, what is a 20-year prognosis.
Yeah, that's what I said in the video.
Right. So what do you mean you're going to lose your life in 20 years?
No, I'm just he's saying, what do I have left? My life. That's the only thing I have left. He's just asking what I
God,
have
it's like
left. so that's
talking to
what
a
I have left.
Tumblr chick. Stop with the suicide baiting shit.
That's not suicide baiting. I'm just saying.
Yes, it
he
fucking
asked me-
is. It's every
How?
fucking thing with
How?
everything
How?
with you.
He asked me what I had left.
Come
I
here,
said I have
stub
my
your
life.
toe.
He said, what do I have
Oh,
left? I said I have my life. I said I'm still alive.
Ah,
I said that's all I have left. He asked me what I have left. I said I'm still alive. He asked me what I have left.
Jim, you better stop. He's gonna grab the butter knife.
Oh my God, the spatula's coming out.
oh God, Jesus, oh Jesus. Yeah, P. Dudley. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Do or assume on. If Boogie was desperate, he'd sell stuff, and that's kind of like what I'm doing. With racing, I have a cup car, and I have a hauler and everything that I've loaned out to somebody, and that's pretty much my last resort. So I'm gonna have to go get it and then fucking sell it wholesale for almost nothing just to make it to the end of the year. And it's like a real shit. It's real shit. So if Boogie was actually in trouble, he could just sell stuff, right? He could just sell shit, right? Mick Stiller says DM Cody on Twitter to sponsor his car. Yes, you can do that. I think we got about 8 YouTubers and small businesses now saving my ass. I appreciate you guys. I ain't gonna beat around the bush. You're saving my ass. So I ain't gonna lie. Thank God.
Well,
Just knock it
guys,
off with the Tumblr stuff.
He didn't even follow you. He didn't even show his account to Keem. I'll show my bank account to you, Keem,
Guys,
right now.
we've been live for like 3.5 hours. I'm gonna have to cut it. But look, before I do, what? Everyone get their 2 cents in. Wings, what do you got for us? How do you? You didn't really get a chance to talk about how fucking dumb it was for him to donate that $3,000. Go ahead, man.
I think it was fucking dumb to donate the $3,000, especially since his healthcare.
He never donated.
How you know he doesn't donate?
Because he's not showing his bank
I
statement.
just showed it. It was on PayPal, motherfucker, and I showed it on PayPal. And
God damn it, Cody. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, don't worry about me. I committed. I think it was when we ran Talladega. I committed that I will either be successful or go bankrupt racing. So hey, man, I've accepted it because it's the dream, man. I got to follow the dream. No one. It's never easy. It's not easy to go for shit. Set goals and make them. It's not an easy thing. So fuck it. I'm gonna go and try to obtain the dream. And if I fucking go bankrupt, that's fine. Fuck it. I'll be fine. I'll survive. But yeah, I got to do it, man. I've already committed to it. Got to do it.
PayPal's going to process it through my bank in the morning, but it's already gone. PayPal showed it. I
Is
did
that
it.
true?
I showed him PayPal.
Can I send it to Muta? Can I send the screenshot to Muta?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I can play devil's advocate here. You can charge PayPal back pretty easily.
That's what I'm saying. Those kids are only getting 3,000.
Oh shit! But but even if I believe he sent the money, and I would never pay $3,000 for that gold play button back. I mean, I would never send it to begin with. I mean, like you did a good enough job not sending me the silver play button. You could easily have not sent that fucking gold play button. But you do you. It's going to suck in a week from now when you're going to want an RB slider and you ain't got the money to buy an RB slider.
I'm more worried about health insurance, but
Didn't you downgrade to the lowest tier or anything? I don't give a fuck.
no, I
about
downgraded to the silver tier.
Oh
500.
God, this show is awesome. I love
And
this show.
I want to address the chat because the chat say I don't talk that often. I talk when it's pertinent because sometimes other people are doing things that are more entertaining.
Yeah, good. Wings, you're the best at that.
I
All
thought
right.
Wings is getting great singers in.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
as we keep going, we can actually pay back all the crypto scam.
oh shit! You only have to donate what, another $7,000. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Muta.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
I genuinely don't have it, so that's not a possibility.
Floor is yours,
I don't
Muta.
have it.
Let's end this thing out.
This is the only way that, by the way, me and Coffee have been like draining out the money back to the scam.
Yeah, well, I've donated now 4,000 of the initial 5,000.
He has.
Yep.
He has.
Good job.
Actually, 4,025. Go ahead, Jim. What do you got for us?
I thought Moody was going to go.
Oh
No, I'm go ahead.
He's
Jim. I
done.
don't care.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, I'm not super familiar with the background and the stuff we brought up. So I just kind of went through the thread, and it's hard to kind of dance around it. But just, I mean, 2 years of lying about the cancer thing, misrepresenting it. People are going to have doubts about everything you say from this point forward. Yeah, it is okay. And, it's weird to me. Like, I don't know. I've observed over like the last week when you're arguing with these guys and the people you hang out with or do videos and content and shit with, it's like you like to throw out that they're like liars. Like Muda won't do the money and I don't trust him. Wings is lying about this conversation. Keepstar makes me do everything that I do. It's like you project all the shit on all these other people, man. And then when it comes back to you, it's I'm gonna, it's the whole all I've got left is my life and I'm gonna do it. And here's a
no, I didn't say I was gonna do it. What are you fucking talking about?
Morning.
He asked me what I have left. I said I have my life, man. I said
yeah, I know. We know what you did.
We know what you were doing. Shut up, Boogie.
Come on. I don't know where you go from here. I don't know where this is headed.
I do, but we were discussing earlier.
He's doing it again. I do.
I told you I'm going to Branson. I already told you.
Yeah.
How are you going to afford to move to Branson if you can't pay your fucking medical?
Thank you, pretty classy lady. One of my friends sent the stream to me. We tell them that I love them. I love them with every inch of my giant face. Appreciate you.
He's going to sell. He's got equity in his house.
Yeah.
If he's got debt in his house too, it's not like
well, the house, the market says the house is worth about $480 right now. I paid $250 for it. I have $160,000 left on the house. So once we're done, I should clear close to.
I will buy the house.
No, I got a plan for it. I'd
rather just said you buy your house.
I'd rather have the equity out of it. It'll go on the market, and if you're the one who buys it, that's fine by me.
Oh my god, you can make it like the local live headquarters.
Dude, I'll make it a museum. And like right at the entrance, there's a cardboard cutout with Boogie and the gun.
And the gold play button.
How do you plan to move to Branson? You're zero now in your account.
I'm not doing it today. Would you like to hear the plan now? Finally,
no, you're not going to Branson. Shut up. You can pay your mortgage.
It's in the next 6 months to a year, but the plan is very simple. We are selling off my collectibles right now. We've got bids on I just got the bid from Brian. It's $1,800 for my arcade one-ups. So they're going to come and get them. And that's $1,800 in my pocket. My Magic collection's going to get cataloged by Glenn this week. I don't know how much I'll get. Half of what they're worth is what he generally pays. So I'll get about half of what they're worth in cash. And I'll have that. And I'm going to use that to stay in the house as long as I can build equity, which I project with that amount of money, 6 to 8 months with this income coming in for the next 5 months from getting bought out. Then when we're no longer able to live here anymore, Chad's going to move back home with his family. I don't know what'll happen to the other roommate. Maybe he'll come to Branson with us. And then me and Desi are going to take the nest egg from selling this house and move closer to her family. And that's the plan.
Cool. My last thinking.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were talking about trying to find a good punishment. I've got it for Boogie if you want to bring it back on.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you want to come back on the show, right? Like I was talking
yeah.
Like I said, I was like no familiarity with this particular subject, and I don't think like Mood or anybody else did, right? We're kind of flying blind a little bit. If you want him to come back on, you should let his biggest fucking A-logs come on and present their case for his bullshit and lies.
What is an A-log?
Your biggest haters.
Biggest haters.
I would rather do that than a tattoo. So let's set that up for the next.
No. Tattoo.
I won't do both.
What? You'll do whatever I say.
No, we just
don't. I control you? Don't I control you?
No, we've just agreed that that's not going to happen anymore, right?
I thought
stop doing that.
No, you're lying. I'm not your fucking dude. I'm so sick of this manipulation. Boogie, I will say this to you. Obviously, I was trolling you. I'm not going to scam you out of your play button, and there was no intention to scam you to get the play button. I was going to sell it for charity, but then I figured, I don't want some random person having it. Maybe it's better that Muta has. That's why I said we'll talk about it behind the scenes, right? Okay. So I was just trolling you to fuck with you.
I like this
to let you know that lying and manipulation is not fucking cool, but you didn't really get that. You got really offended right away, and you didn't really get the point that I was trying to get across to you.
I'm looking at my bank statement.
Well, the good news is the good news is I'm getting my play button back, and charity got help, so that's all that matters.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, Boogie.
Wait, if I donate a little bit more, do I get the play button? We matched.
If I get my 3,000 back, sure.
You take money back from dying kids?
No. I mean, Muta Hart would also have to give me my 3,000 back.
Somebody cut that.
Oh my fucking god! And you're gonna take money from dying kids? Oh god! Oh my god! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst podcast on all of fucking YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. On all of YouTube. There isn't a podcast more worse than this. I want to thank everyone. We are number one. Oh shit, Boogie's got to read the donos. Oh, we got to make Boogie read the donos. Hold on. By the way, we're number one tonight on YouTube with donos. Josh Pescator sent over the stats over. I guess there's some website or whatever that tracks all this shit. Oh my fucking god.
If I get the money back, kids.
What the fuck is this show? What is this show?
Hi,
Oh.
did you call me?
Yeah, we're not done yet. You have to read the donos. That's your punishment.
Let me figure out how to do that right now. They told me they thought I was going to charge it back, and I'm really upset.
I don't think you would do that. If you would charge it back, you'd really be fucked, Boogie. Come on, let's be real.
I know, but that's what they're saying. They're saying they're going to tell everybody that.
Oh, come on. There's no way. If you did that, we would know. We'd find out somehow.
I know, but that's still what they both said.
Oh my God, quit having a panic attack. The only way you have to worry about that is if you actually charge it back.
They said they're going to tell. They said they don't believe me.
Oh my God, stop it. Get to the fucking donos. Any donation, 20 or more that happened tonight, read it for the chat. This is part of the goddamn punishment.
Trying. Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of a severe panic attack. Okay. I'm trying.
Oh my God. Why? You did a good thing tonight. You donated to charity. Why would you have a panic attack?
And they're going to tell people I didn't. They're going to tell people I lied.
No, you did donate. I have the screenshot.
I know, but they said that they believe I was going to charge it back. And
They probably do believe, but they don't have any proof. They can't say that unless you actually charge it back. So don't charge it back. What the fuck?
I obviously wouldn't. I'll just borrow the money from my roommate to cover everything. It's not a big deal.
See, there you go. You get to the donos yet?
I'm trying. I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
He has the most calmest panic attack I've ever seen in my life. Bro, okay, look, and I'm not going to talk out of my ass here. I've had one panic attack ever. And it's not secrets or anything. I mean, my ex-wife had told me she was leaving, and I wasn't super devastated. I mean, I was for like a second, and then like I didn't really whatever. And then she had left the house, and it was kind of weird. I was sleeping alone. It was like immediate. And she left like the 26th of December, maybe. I don't remember, of 2016. And then like a day or two later, I was taking the deposit from GameStop to the bank. And it was so busy at GameStop. And I was working 6 days a week, obviously, because it was mandatory. And we had a people out the door. 2016 at GameStop was busy. I think we did $1.8 million that year. And I came back. I was coming back from the bank, and I was just driving. And I don't know if like I got in a weird headspace. I don't really remember. But I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe, and I was like trying to catch my breath. And it was like when you get knocked out. And I thought I was having a heart attack. And I was like, holy shit, that's what I thought immediately. I was like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. I can't believe I'm having a heart attack. All those cheeseburgers finally caught up with my ass. And I was only 26, right? I was very confused. And I was at an intersection, and I was like the first car. So I pulled into a parking lot for like a Big Lots or something. And I was like, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, I'm having a heart attack. I can't believe I'm having a heart attack. And it was like a minute, maybe longer, maybe less. I can't really remember. And I was like, fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just like sat there for a few minutes, and then I drove back to work. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? And I had no idea. So I told my dad about it. I called my dad, and I was like, yeah, I thought I was having a heart attack, and I couldn't breathe. And I like had to pull over, and I was like, I thought I was it. I thought I was dying. And my dad was like, oh, you had a panic attack. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you had a panic attack. And my dad's like, I've had them before. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, then I guess I had a panic attack. You know what I'm saying? And that was the only time I've ever had it. So yeah, it's pretty weird. But Boogie's like, I'm having a panic attack right now. And he's literally just sitting there. Like, what the fuck? Jenny L, she left in 2016. Yeah.
Okay, I'm logged into the channel.
Oh, I just realized there's going to be a scandal. If he's off the show, how does he have access to the channel? We just didn't change the passwords, to be honest.
And he didn't change the password specifically so that I could do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I clicked on earn. Supers.
This is going to be fun.
Frank Castle is my favorite content creator.
People confuse the two. I don't think he knows. Confuses, like, I don't think he knows. Are you sure we were having a heart attack? No, I was not having a heart attack. I weighed like 147 pounds when this happened. And I ate grilled chicken, tuna, and like a fourth cook of cupped rice every day for 8 months without a single cheat day. I was shredded. Which I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But no, it wasn't a heart attack. It was there and then it was gone, right?
Fully endorse everything he does and love him like a brother.
Wait,
says
wait.
FR842.
Can you read that over again just a little bit louder?
Frank Castle is my favorite content creator. I like endorsing everything he does, says Frank. FR842. And oh, sorry, that's only $2. This is only.
I like how Boogie thinks being having a panic attack is talking in a monotone voice. I don't understand what's happening here. Pretty weird. Patty Leather says, "Yeah, you shouldn't let your dad diagnose you. You should get heart work done." I've had heart work done already. It's required for racing in NASCAR, and I am completely fine. The doctor actually said I was in better health than somebody in their mid-30s. Yay! But no, I had to do all that for NASCAR. You don't just they don't just let you get in a car on national television and go 200 miles an hour if you just have shit wrong with you. You have to get cleared by several doctors and do several tests, all leading up to being cleared to race.
10, 2. I don't know British pounds. I'm going to count it.
Yeah, if it's orange or it's red, you know the big ones, the orange and the red ones, you got to read them.
Is he ever going to give up his award for best gamer for the Game Awards? That probably represents the peak of his career, and selling it off would probably be the death of his legacy in his eyes. Sure, I guess I'll do that. Thank Honk.
Can you get louder? The chat can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
Okay, let's take a moment. Big breaths. You ready? With me.
Leah something says.
Wait.
Let me do it.
I think your mic settings are wrong because we can't hear you. Even that screaming and yelling.
Scam Boogie, make him pay the $3K and mail the play button to Medicare.
Yeah, I don't think Boogie knows what a panic attack is. He should probably Google this one. I don't think he ever Googled this one. You know, I don't think he Googled this one because he Googles a lot of the things, but I think he just thinks a panic attack is literally what it sounds like, panic attack. So he's just freaking out. But that's not a panic attack. This isn't none of this is panic attacky. He's just screaming. I'm so confused. You know?
Please something. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Leah something. We appreciate you.
Kid behind the camera, that Wings joke landed. Give him the whole 20.
There we go, buddy.
Medical asset, rape victims and cancer patients all around the world. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know. We got real donations coming in here. Number 1 on YouTube. Let them know, Boogie.
North Scout, Boogie, keep your chin up, man. You'll get through this. We all go through the storm sometimes. Fault sees us through it. Thank you.
Look, that was inspirational. They had your back.
I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get back. I don't care.
You got
Let me get through it.
You got this, bro.
Shut up.
You're doing good.
Shut the fuck up. Janelle M says to me, it comes down to credibility, as in the Boogie has none. I'm having a hard time giving him any benefit of the doubt. I'm all for listening to all survivors. It's really hard to accept that I'm an advocate, but I can't.
Good volume that time. It landed good.
Lily Mousse says, I'm not a person to say if someone is lying about SA.
Dude, Keemstar, I gotta say, man, Keemstar is a master. He is the fucking master at this shit. I can't believe this. He is watching the Boogie just go like be psycho, and he's just like, good volume there. You're doing great. Like he's just doing such a great job. Oh God, how can you hate Keemstar? Like, I know he sucks, but God, how can you hate this motherfucker? He's so funny. He makes me laugh when he just says shit. He's just, I don't know why.
Or not, but it ends up being a lie. Hope Boogie can live with that guilt. Rough subject.
Lisa, the content omnivore, says, what is going on with him? He's claiming he's having a panic attack, and I don't think he knows what a panic attack is. And what is very common with Boogie is he self-diagnoses himself and then uses these things to avoid accountability in moments of stress or moments of questioning or, you know, any of those types of moments where he has to face accountability. So he'll just say, I'm having a panic attack, or I'm having a mental breakdown, or I'm blah, 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 blah. So he's claiming he's having a panic attack, and he thinks a panic attack is just screaming and freaking out, because I think he thinks it's literally a panic attack. But I don't think he actually knows what it is, because he's probably never Googled it, because he Googles all of his other illnesses he diagnoses himself with. When I had a panic attack, I couldn't talk. And I've only had one. Look, I'm not going to be the panic attack advocate. I've had one ever. And I was just driving home. Nothing was happening, by the way. Nothing set it off, right? I was just driving from the bank after dropping off the deposit at GameStop. I think it was the 27th or 28th of December, 2016. And, you know, it was a busy ass day. And I was just driving from the bank and I was sitting in a red light and I thought I was having a heart attack. I was just sitting there and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. And I was like trying to catch my breath and I couldn't. I was like, holy shit. And I thought I was having a heart attack. So I like pulled over real fast into this parking lot and it just happened for like a minute or so. And then it went away. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I went back to work. And then I told my dad about it. And he was like, yeah, you had a panic attack. It's common. It happens all the time. My dad says it happens to him all the time. And I was like, well, that's terrifying. And that was it. And and then Boogie's like, I'm having a panic attack. And I'm like, what? And he just like starts screaming. And I'm like, that's not what the fuck is happening? You disassociate when you have a panic attack. You don't get irrationally loud. Exactly, Sean. And that's my only experience with it. And I've also seen a lot of people in popular media. I've seen a friend have a panic attack before, and it was the same shit. They were just sitting there like wide-eyed and like hyperventilating, and I just like held their hand, and then it was over, you know. And you can see it in a lot of times in popular media, and it's kind of depicted the exact same way. But he just starts screaming like a maniac. I don't think that's a panic attack. I think he might be literally panicking, but not a panic attack. You know, I don't know. But he's gonna keep freaking out. So enjoy the show.
Matter, take care of yourselves.
Yes, let's go, buddy. Come on.
Jacob is Lucas. Why the fuck is Boogie back? He got fired.
He makes a good point. Go ahead.
All Trade Films, make a locale skit for my channel today. Would love to know a way to get it to you all.
Good one.
Join the Discord.
Yeah.
We'll share it there. I won't see it, but they will.
All new members join the Discord. By the way, are you still in the Discord?
I don't use Discord anymore, so I don't know.
Oh,
kick me if you'd like. Beside you says this man lied about cancer, makes you think he would fake sexual abuse. I kept getting your siblings out of this for their privacy, but then hold the best receipts for their stories.
You got this, bro.
Janelle M. edited comment.
Keemstar's trying to get him to freak out again, bro.
This is the next level fucked. I'm a CSA survivor and this is just messed up. I would never openly talk about the actual abuse online readily. This is why I think it's FOS. Body language tells all.
Learning experience. Good comment.
Fiasco Games. When people disclose information as sensitive as they normally become closed off and withdrawn, they don't tend to sit like this. He sits open and animated. Recalling such issues would invoke a different temperament. Not when I'm out of my goddamn fucking mind.
That was a
Fiasco
funny
Games. His body language doesn't change. This is an indicator that he isn't being truthful. Medicare assistant donated $50. Say happy birthday to Boogie and celebrate with us Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Mr. Mystiker channel. Jay Hawker says, Boogie, if you truly love Desi, you would break up with her. If she has the issues you said, she's being with you is going to make it worse, not better. You're going to mess her up. Well, she and her family disagrees, but go off, I guess. Big man on dick. Buy a hat for your hat.
Let him know. Go off, Queen. Go off, Queen.
I'm not interested. Just let me get through it, Dan.
You got this.
Matt, shut the fuck up. Let me get through it, motherfucker. Matt Sale says, so only people that aren't capable of refusing his testimony are allowed to be discussed. If they are dead, they're fair game. This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this, man.
You can do this.
This is why I told you. No, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about
Boogie,
this.
you knocked this out of the park.
I begged you not to make me talk about this on the show. I begged you.
You crushed it.
I begged you. I begged you. I begged you, Dan. I begged you.
You crushed it. You did very good tonight.
I fucking begged you.
You did. What's going on over there? You did fine. I think you broke your computer. Hello? Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Well,
I bet you. I will say, dude, let me just say real quick. The last like 5 minutes of this show was literally like a masterwork by Keemstar. He did such a good job at fucking poking Boogie. And I think Boogie was legitimately pissed, but he's not having a panic attack. That's silly. You don't scream. You don't like somebody like, oh yeah, this guy was beat to death at a bar. What's his defense? Oh, I had a panic attack. What the fuck?
We'll get Boogie on next time to read the rest of the donations. What do I even say?
Oh, the fucking song. I love this.
What can I say that hasn't been said before? I can really only think of one thing that truly hasn't been said before. And that would be Boogie. Thanks for the play button. Are you sure it's your birthday? Because I think it's mine.
Well, Boogie lied. He lied to me.
Fucking masterpiece. That was a good show. I like that. I like that a lot. Don't forget to do Naked Snake. I'm not gonna forget to do Naked Snake. I'm not gonna forget to do Naked Snake. Real quick, let me hit some of these monster super chats. Why do you think he repeats himself over and over? Because he thinks that that's crazy. Chris Estes. Look, dude, I'm not like an intelligent man. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a behavioral expert. But it seems pretty apparent to me that he thinks that if he just screams and repeats stuff like the movie version of a psycho, it makes him appear like he has mental conditions because he's always said he has mental conditions. So I think he thinks that he has to invent this character and present himself as if he has mental conditions. And he thinks that that has to do with screaming. So that's why he displayed a panic attack as him screaming, which is not what a panic attack is. Unless somebody can, like, you know, provide me with something that says different. I don't really know. I can just go off of what I've seen and what I've had experience with. But I don't think that's a common trait where you can just scream like a monster, you know? So I think he's trying to portray himself as legitimately crazy to kind of stave off some of these accusations that he's faking his illnesses and he's self-diagnosing, which I think are probably pretty legitimate. Do I think some kind of abuse happened somewhere? Maybe, yeah, probably. Do I think all of the stuff he's saying and been saying for years? I doubt it. You know. Gotcha, son. Don't hit yourself, chat. Hit the like button. $100 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I love you. Jeezy turned 34 last week. Here's a red boy. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jeezy. Of course, we got do we have a pink boy today? I think we had one. Yeah. Is it Billy? Billy Hatcher with a pink boy. I appreciate you, Billy. Thank you so much for all your love, dude. You guys have been so good to me lately. I'll have a video coming out either tonight or tomorrow morning. And then Wednesday, for just to let you know, Wednesday, assuming that something doesn't happen with Boogie, man, look, people are like, why do you keep talking about this? I can't stop watching this. This is crazy. I have not been this invested in like a stream thing for a long time. It's like a train wreck. I can't stop watching. Maybe Keemstar's just too powerful. So I wish he'd bring me on so I can yell at Boogie. That'd be fun. Woo! Anyways, what's up, Genesis Wave? So, but I can't stop watching it. So, but Wednesday I plan on talking about talking about Ava Kris Tyson and the allegations put forth. We're gonna go and we're gonna EFAP like one or two videos about it that I've been watching lately. We'll talk about Ava Kris Tyson and the allegations of lolicon, the allegations of pedophilia, and the allegations of him staying in the woods with a small child. 14 years old, whatever, fuck it. But it's gonna be very, very interesting. So I'm gonna do that. That's the plan anyway. Carrie says who? So Kris Tyson is somebody in the Mr. Beast crew that came out as trans like a year or two ago. And now tons of allegations came out like the last week, I think, of them talking inappropriately with a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old at one point, and meeting up with a 14-year-old in the woods in a camper, and talking about sending each other nudes. No record of anybody sending nudes though. And also a lot of old documents came out and screenshots of this person being really, really open to lolicon and wanting lolicon commissions to be made. One of those commissions that he praised was Keemstar's daughter, who's a real person, who is a child, and made statements implying that they love masturbating to lolly stuff, and it's just gross. So we're gonna look at it. We're gonna see what happens. But by Wednesday, I'm hoping some more stuff comes out because I think Chris probably needs to make a statement now. Because we basically buried Dr. Disrespect over something not even as bad. Dr. Disrespect was flirting with like a a 17-year-old girl and never met up with them. And that's still despicable. I get it. I'm not downplaying it. But this Ava Chris Tyson met up with like a 14-year-old in a camper. Has thousands of messages with them flirting really grossly. And there's multiple people involved in this. And I don't know, man. I feel like that we need to treat this the same. Chris nuked their Twitter. Yeah, I saw that as well. Anyways, we'll talk about that probably unless unless something crazy happens. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. Very, very excited. Make sure you like this show on the way out. I have a new video coming out. We're gonna do Naked Snake though. Thank you guys for all your super chats today. You keep my ass going, and I'm so damn thankful for you guys. I really, really am. Without you, I am nothing. And thanks for following my racing career. It's been really cool to watch people actually enjoy this. We're racing at Salem Saturday night. It's going to be the only NASCAR race on all weekend. Don't miss it. It's going to be a huge event, dude. We're going to try and go get us a top 10. We had a really good run last week. We're going to try to break into the top 8 in points next week. It is possible. Top 9 is really possible, but top 8 is also possible. So we're going to try to get what we can get. So make sure you watch it on Fox Sports 1 Saturday. And or come to the race and come see me. That would be really, really cool. So let's do it. Let's do some Naked Snake real quick. The one Rumble rant today said, y'all hear about that fat chick who ate so much her stomach ripped open on a fat ass 10-hour binge live stream? Yes, Bulldozer. I actually saw that recently. Thank you, Bulldozer. Let's do Naked Snake. Like the show, and then we're gonna give a good old fashioned raid. We're gonna raid that ass. Probably Fork Knife. Tekken 8 Monday. Trashcast. Well, I think we'll do King Queso. I haven't done Queso in a long time. He deserves some love. Death Trout with a $5 super chat says, Boogie's bank account isn't empty because that 20-year-old's still with him. Oh my God. Death Trout with a masterful super chat. Thank you, Death Trout. I appreciate that. You are right. You are right about that. Let's do it, boys. It's time for Naked Snake for the 329th show in a row. Let's do it. Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Amazing. Here we go. Oh, damn, Scott, you gonna bring that up? Here we go, boys. 329 naked snakes in a row. 330 is next. And don't forget Jenny with a gold boy to close us down. Jenny. Oh, my God. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. I appreciate you. You're so good to me. You're so good to me. Everybody on Rumble, you're so good to me. We love you over there on Rumble. We love you over on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed if you have not. Very important. Videos are coming. Trying to do every day. It's real hard with my racing ship, but I'm trying it. So I really appreciate you guys. So much love today. So awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the red boys, pink boys, thank you guys so much for keeping my ass alive. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget the race Saturday, Fox Sports 1. Don't miss it. Saturday night at Salem Speedway for NASCAR. And the only NASCAR event all weekend, the Arkham Menard Series. Don't forget to love you, Rakin. I'll see you guys over on Queso Stream. We're going to rate him right now. Get on it. Dog. Gone it.